Is this working? Hello? Hello, is this working? I don't even know. Hello? Oh, that's awesome! I wasn't sure at first if it was gonna work or not, so that's just very refreshing. All right, wonderful. That's really nice to see everybody tonight. We're gonna have lots of fun. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Hello, Blue Bobman, Sven, Silverman, Andrew Orr, Danny, Arugula, Vid Game Wiz, hello, Shiloah, Shilhalo, Clockwork, hello, Lauren Pickens, hello, how are you? Sean, hi, Nico, Ketchup, it's a hi Ketchup. I like ketchup. I like spicy brown mustard too. It's delicious. Put it on sandwiches and other places. It's beautiful. Cold Soak, Stephanie. Hello, Stephanie. Josiah, Taekwondo Fizz, Master the Game and Overclock 2020. ABCD. That's an easy name for me to say. And Ninja Frog and Steve Painter and Orca Dude. Fernando Macedo. Macedo. I'm gonna call you B. Yeah, hi B. Fire Knight, Martin, Red, Big Red, Matthew Maple, hello. Oh, Philip Ketchup likes me too. Yeah. Taekwondo Fizz, hey, what's up? You like my videos? Well, I am the brain behind all of the videos. Don't pay attention to what Luke and the Dungeon Master says. It's really the barbarian that's the brain behind everything. Yeah. Hey, tomfoolery, spicy mustard is delicious. Fred Super, hello. Me va muy bien. Estoy muy emocionado porque yo tengo café aquí y voy a tomarlo muy rápido y voy a calentarme. Ah, sí, me gusta. Lord Humongous, hello. Honey mustard is good too. DM Zach, hello DM Zach, hello chat. Jason Kennedy. No, the barbarian is it? No, there was no victims of the TPK video. What are you talking about? There's no victims there. No, we have Revivify. Yeah. Okay, I have to send out some messages now that we're live. We have to let the world know that we're live. So I'm just gonna spam a bunch of people over on my Discord really quick. Let them know that we're live. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I love it. That's just a bunch of spamming. Spamming is good. Yep. Okay, I spammed everybody. Now I can continue greeting everybody here. Kyle, hey, what's up? Overclocked, I don't even know what a mystic is. So no, I've not considered that. My cats are not doing, one of my cats is in the hospital right now. So I'm hoping she gets better. Darwin Winchester. That's a hard name to pronounce because you have two wins in there. Brave Spidey, hello. I love spam. Have you ever had spam with eggs and toast and then you make little sandwiches with it? Oh, it's delicious. I love it. With cheese, put cheese on it. Yeah. Hey, Brandon R, thank you, sir, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go buy a big hamburger. Well, half a hamburger. It's gonna be delicious. And the fries and like tomato sauce. No, I don't put that on hamburgers. Ketchup? Yeah, ketchup? Yeah. Brandon says, I just recently joined D&D, just started my first campaign as a player rogue. Oh, that's cool. You've been learning a lot from my videos. I'm very happy that my videos have been helping you. Let me ask you a question, Brandon. Are you taking notes from the rogue in the skits? Like the stabby rogue? Is that the guy that's been helping? Because He's actually a really bad person, and you shouldn't listen to anything he says. He's a very bad person. Yeah, he's probably gonna die sometime soon. Nobody likes him. Maybe this is the barbarian. This is my normal voice. Why is everybody so mean? This is just who I am. Can't you just accept me for who I am? I don't know what a beholder is. Shabby? You've been playing D&D for 12 hours? Anton? Oh. Yeah. If you have questions, you have to do #allquestions. Just like all of the other fine people. Dad Lucky, I love you too. Thank you very much. If I ever meet you in person, I promise not to hit you with my axe, okay? Yeah, that's our deal. Just have to remind me, because I might forget. I might swing first to ask questions later, so don't blame me. It's just, my cats are crazy. I have a new box. I got something shipped to me, and they're all sniffing the box. I don't know why it smells. I didn't think it smelled that good myself, but I don't know. I mean, maybe I didn't sniff it well enough. Hey, Stamina, you like my voices? That's great. What voices? I'm just being myself. You accept those terms? All right. What sends the barbarian into a rage? Idiots? Like, idiots who post stupid things online? Like, idiot morons? And people, wine babies? Wine babies? Yeah, I don't like wine babies. I mute wine babies. I hate just a cry and whine and and they're dumb. Just shut up. Cowboy up. Take it like a barbarian. I hate people that whine and cry about things, and they live in like first world countries where they're insulated from real world issues, and they don't have to actually. I used to live in a really poor, poverty-stricken place, a third world country, where there was actual pain and suffering, and people actually had like really serious problems and stuff. And so when people whine and cry about really stupid stuff on Twitter, I really don't like it. It's they don't have a really good perspective on the world, and they're kind of sheltered, and they come off as really dumb. So it's really bad. Yeah. So I don't like wine babies. Like, if your leg gets chopped off, then you have something to cry about. Hey, Brandon R, thank you for another $5 super chat. I appreciate that. The rogue needs more love. I'm a Kenku rogue, so I am a sneaky boy. That's cool. Oh, Kenkus are fun too. I roleplayed a Kenku once. I don't think I did a good job, but the whole repeating voices thingy, that was very interesting. Okay, we should start this stream. Let's do this. Yeah, because this is actually not, the stream hasn't really begun yet. Now it's gonna begin when I push the button. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it. Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Just doing a little barbarian banter with y'all before we get going here. So, yeah, we got some cool crap going on tonight. I don't know. We're gonna be doing some Q&A first, and then we will do some adventure creation. So we're gonna create basically little short adventure ideas, so that, you know, if a dungeon master is like, I need something to make an adventure about, I need some ideas, I need some inspiration, they can just kind of go through a list of different ideas. So we're probably going to make a pretty substantial list, I hope, because they should be little short ideas. So that'll be cool. So we'll be doing that in the second half of the stream tonight. And I do want to let you guys all know about my Kickstarter that is coming up in September. It is called Into the Fae, and there should be a link to it down in the description for you all. If you go to that pre-launch page, you can click there and you'll get notified when it actually launches. Yeah, it's in the description. So go ahead and check that out. It's going to be a 5th edition compatible adventure module for the world's greatest role-playing game, whose name I can't mention because of copyright bullcrap. But 5th edition, we know what that means.
It's an adventure module. It'll take you from levels 1 to 5. It's themed around the Fae. It'll have a bunch of tons of new like Fae monsters, NPCs, magic items, maybe some spells in there and crap like that, depending on stretch goals that we reach and all that fun stuff. I have cool kicking art for it also. Oh my gosh. I want to share some. I want to. Oh gosh. I wasn't really planning on doing this. I should show you the cover art for this thing. I think the dude who did the cover art did such a great job. Holy crap. Let me just show you the cover art really quick. And you guys are going to love this crap. Hold on a second. I got to find it really quick. And then let me pull it up on my screen. There we go. Load. Okay, here we go. Check this out. This is the cover art. Now it doesn't, my graphic designer hasn't like did all the layout with the text and graphics and stuff. Like it doesn't actually have the title on it and stuff, but this is the cover art. All right. This guy is so good. It's like, you know, the Fae plane Into the Fae, right? Adventuring party. Yeah. So yeah. This is like so stinking sweet. So this right here is going to launch in September. Again, there's a link down in the description where you can get on the pre-launch page and get notified when it goes live. So it's going to be really fly. I'm getting all the art, not all the art. I'm getting some of a little tiny bit of the art right now around. When upon successful project completion is when you commission all of the art, obviously, because you don't want to pay like $20,000 before your project even succeeds. That would be crazy. So yeah, that is coming up. Want to let you guys know about that. Also remember, I live stream over on Twitch on Mondays and Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern US time. So there's a link down to my Twitch channel down there somewhere too. You can follow me over there. More question and answer time. We do really stupid things on Twitch. We have lots of fun on Twitch. It's really, really cool. Also, I have a Discord server. Danny or Penguin Butt, could you drop the link to the Discord, please? If like I'm going to be answering as many questions as I can, but like I'm not gonna get to them all. So what's gonna happen is like lots of people are not going to get their questions answered, but I have a Discord, and the whole idea around the Discord is a community of dungeon masters and people maybe that aren't dungeon masters yet, but basically getting help with your games, being able to ask questions, being able to hang out with a supportive, friendly community. And I can't stress that enough because, you know, there are some places, Reddit, that are like hot, like flaming cesspools of like just, you know, horribleness. And they're not very fun places to hang out. I'm very proud that my Discord is a very positive place, and my awesome moderation team, I have to thank for that, in my opinion. So yeah, really cool. Check that crap out. You can get questions and stuff answered if you don't get them answered tonight, which I can guarantee you we're not going to get to them all tonight, but I'll do my best. All right, cool. If I were to make a character, what would you make? A rogue. Golsoak says, for the adventure creation today, can we pick one of your random unread D&D books to use for the basic theme of the adventure? We're creating a list of very short adventure ideas. That's what we're doing today. And we're not going to take an idea that's from like a copyrighted piece of work, because that would be morally wrong, I guess. And maybe illegal. So we're going to come up with original ideas that the chat, all of you guys help brainstorm. Yes. I have to wear these shirts, Master of the Game. It's like I have 3 of them. I have to cycle them and wear them every so often. It's a shirt. And it's pretty comfortable. You know, I have some of my D&D shirts are not super comfortable, but this one's not too bad. This one's pretty stretchy, so it's like I put it on after it washes and it's really tight. I just like I stretch it out and crap, you know, and then it gets all comfortable. So yeah, it's good. Hey Dito, what's going on, man? It's for Pathfinder. This is for the 5th edition of the world's greatest role-playing game. They have all these rules. You can't actually say that it's for D&D. You can't say that. You know, if you look at Kickstarters that are for 5th edition, they all say things like 5th edition compatible. You know, 5th edition of the world's greatest role-playing game, because you can't actually say that it's for D&D. Like in their SRD, it specifically says that you can use their SRD to create like stuff for the D&D game, but you cannot say anywhere in your thing that you sell or whatever that it's for D&D. You cannot say their name. It's like outlawed, you know. So everybody just writes around it. They're like 5th edition, you know, and everybody knows what it means. You know what I mean? So it's great that they called it D&D Next too, and everybody else is just like, that was dumb, we're gonna call it 5th edition. But I think now I'm actually seeing more references from Wizards about 5th edition. It's kind of like they finally gave in and they're just like, okay, this isn't gonna work. People are just calling it 5th edition. We're just gonna have to call it 5th edition and give up on this dumb D&D Next idea that we had. It's not Dragons and Dungeons? No, it is not. Could the adventure be inspired by a monster? Absolutely. It's not, it's a list of adventure ideas. One of those ideas could be inspired by an adventure. Andrew Orr says, this is very important. What do you like on your burgers? My burgers? Hamburger meat? I like buns. Lettuce, tomato, onion, for sure. Ooh, the crispy fries. What are those things? The crisp fries. I don't know what those are. Onion fries or onion ring. I don't know. Ooh, onion rings. Onion rings in a burger are good. Mushrooms are good. Spicy brown mustard. Mayonnaise is sometimes good. Ketchup is good on there. Relish is good on there. A little mayonnaise. Did I say mayonnaise? That might be good. Ooh, barbecue sauce is sometimes really good on a hamburger. What else to put on? Oh, maybe a little bit of jalapeno peppers or something. Ooh, if you could have some deep fried pickles, maybe some of those on there or something. I'd be like, just standard French fries. Oh, cheese. Let's throw some cheese on there too. What else we put on hamburgers? That's a pretty good list. I want to see a hamburger with all that stuff on it. Yeah, let's do that. Eggs. Oh, eggs on a burger are good. Yep, I like that. Do orcs and dragons work well in a dungeon? Sure, why not? You can make them work. You just got to decide why they're there. Have a reason for them to be there. Have a reason for them to be working together, or have them separated and like staying away from each other. Maybe the dragon doesn't know about the orcs, and the orcs are secretly tunneling closer to the dragon's treasure hoard, trying to excavate it and get it without actually having to fight the dragon. Who knows? Then the players go in there and they're like, oh, killing orcs, and the orcs are like, wait, we could pay you, we could hire you to help get some of this treasure from the dragon, or something. I don't know. So they could definitely, that's just an example. You have to figure out why they're there together, and it can 100% work. It just depends on the idea that you come up with that joins those things together. I want onion rings. Those are so good. Pineapple on a burger? I've never tried that before. I could see it working, but I'd have to be convinced. Sean, you'd have to ship me a burger with pineapple on it, and then I might be convinced. Rusty Fish says, what advice would you give someone who wants to publish their own campaign or adventure? I would say start off by publishing them on DriveThruRPG, and just start doing it. Your first ones, look at what other people have done. Buy some off DriveThruRPG. Compare, see what people have done. Buy ones that are selling really well, so you can see what sells well and what people are interested in buying. And just look at the quality, look at what they're doing, and then try to do your best to approach that level of quality. And just start doing it. Your first several are probably going to be horrible, and you're going to have to keep getting better and learning from it. But if you don't start, you have to. There's always a point where you're not good enough, and you just have to start anyway. You just got to get the crap. You have to get it out there. You have to publish. You just have to start. And then as you keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it, it slowly gets better, and you learn more about it and you get better at it. That's my advice. Some people never want to start. Some people want to wait until they have it perfect, and then 20 years later they never did it, and then they have regret. Would having a dragon disguised as an elf running an inn and keeping order in the tavern be out of line? Nope, that would work perfectly fine. Frederick says, I recently have joined my friend's D&D campaign, and he likes RP. And okay, so he likes RP. Well, the whole game is role-playing, so that's good. Because if he didn't like role-playing, then he shouldn't be playing D&D, which is the world's greatest role-playing game. I think that's hilarious. I love how they they are like this. They have like claimed the right to call themselves the best role-playing game in the whole world, which is a completely subjective opinion, obviously, because there are some people that like other games a whole lot better and think that they're much better. You know, I just love how it's just kind of like, it's kind of like if I were to say the world's best Dungeons and Dragons YouTube channel. It's like, you should laugh at me and unsubscribe if I started making claims like that. I think it's hilarious. I'm off topic. What was I talking about? Oh, role playing. Okay, so by role playing, I'm assuming we're talking about social interactions, which is the talky bits. And because that's what most people call it, even though the whole game is role playing. And so do most other people. I don't role play much, and I was thinking about doing a drunkard. Would that be annoying? Yes and no. If you do it in short little, it could be very fun and it can be very funny and people will like it. Okay, but it's kind of like anything. Anything in super huge doses usually will get old after a while, and people are going to be like, will you just stop? Okay, but a little here, a little there, a little there, then it might be okay. But you can't, if you're role playing the drunkard to the extent that you're always just being a moron and doing stupid things, like, and it's to the detriment of the group and their goals in like dungeons and adventures and stuff, then they're gonna get annoyed with you. I guarantee you. They're gonna be like, why are you constantly doing stupid stuff that makes this game more difficult for us? Can you help? Can you work with us a little bit? And you're like, I'm just role playing my character. Yeah, we have choice words for people who are just like, I'm just role playing my character, and everybody hates it, right? So the advice is a little bit here and there in moderation could be lots of fun. But if you go overboard with that sort of thing, then I can definitely see how people might not like that. So, you know, gotta walk that line, I guess. Jamie says, how do you construct pacing in a one shot, and how do you get players to stick to it? You don't get players to stick to it. That you do not consider the players in your equation at all, because you can't control them, and you don't want to. You want to give them freedom. What you can control is the elements of your one shot. So I run one shots all the time. They have to stay within 4 hours, and by the end of 4 hours we must be done, and I want them to have a satisfying ending. And so what I do is I have a variety of scenes, and they'll start here and then they'll go here, and if they're taking a long time, I cut out a scene. I might cut out the other scene, and they might skip to the end scene. So I make it so that not all of the scenes, not all of the things, not all of the rooms or something are necessary, and I'll cut them out as needed to get people to the ending if they're taking longer than I thought they would, right? So that's basically what you do. You design a one shot so it's flexible, so you can pull stuff out, so you can essentially fast forward without the players knowing that you're fast forwarding and pulling stuff out. It needs to feel organic. It needs to feel like it just, like you're a genius, like you planned it perfectly. Like they'll be like, dude, I don't understand how you planned that game session to perfectly be 4 hours. That's crazy. You must be awesome, you know. But you just keep an eye on the time, and then you pull stuff out, and you don't do it if you don't have time for it, and you're done. You know, I ran a one shot. I ran a one shot. I don't know why I did this. It was probably a bad decision. I chose a big, huge dungeon map to run a one shot on for my moderators a while ago. And they had an objective, which was to find people who were like taking people as slaves and doing slave trading, and they had to stop the slave traders. And so there were like 4 different factions in this dungeon. And they started exploring the dungeon, and I didn't know which factions they were even going to run into. And about halfway through the game, they finally ran into one faction, a drow, and I decided, okay, these are the guys that are the slave traders, and they're going to have the slaves in this other chamber because we're halfway through the game session, and we need to start resolving this. And if they start fighting the drow and stuff now, then we'll probably end by the end of the game session. And so I kind of adjusted things on the fly there to make sure that, you know, they were able to find the right people, and that they were the slave traders, they could defeat them and then get the slaves back. And I don't remember exactly. We might have gone a little over. I don't recall exactly, but I know that like I was definitely like cultivating that story and the scenes and stuff to make sure that, you know, we didn't spend like 20 hours going through the whole dungeon. Carter, I have an entire video on factions. Feel free to look it up and get the whole lowdown scoop on it. But basically, a faction is just a group or organization in the game world that has its own special interests and is working toward usually some objective or objectives in the game world. So you might have a thieves guild is an example of a faction that they have objectives, things they want to do. There are members of it, you know. It doesn't have to be secretive. You might have the Lord's Alliance is a faction. It's a coalition of different cities in Faerun, and they all have they have an objective collectively. And so, you know, that's considered like a faction. So that's the lowdown on what factions are. Tasha, it went 2 hours over, did it really? Oh man, I wasn't doing a very good job. Oh, I was trying. It was a huge map. I actually was pretty stupid. It's like I said, I picked way too big of a map. But when I run at conventions, I don't have a choice. When I run games at conventions, I have to get it done in 4 hours. So then it's like, then I have to stick to it. But with you guys, there wasn't a hard cutoff. And so I was just like, yeah, I let it go over. But yeah, all right, I suck. You guys go ask somebody else all your questions. I failed. Yeah, we had, well, how many? We had like 7 or 8 of you in that group, didn't we? It was a big group. Deanne says, I'm proposing to my girlfriend through Dungeons and Dragons. Thoughts? If you both love Dungeons and Dragons and you're all geeked out and love the game and stuff, that sounds pretty cool to me, dude. I don't know. I don't think I would try to dissuade you from that. I think it sounds pretty sweet, you know? Like if you both love the game and crap, wow, that'd be pretty cool. I think. Now, my wife doesn't play Dungeons and Dragons, you know? So she probably would not like that, but that's because she doesn't play the game. But if you both love the game, then that sounds pretty cool to me, dude. Josiah's asking about Dungeon of the Mad Mage. And he says, since you know Waterdeep the best, do you have any ideas for a good plot hook to go Dungeon of the Mad Mage to make it so I'm not really my players, or should I plan for my campaign? I'm not going to give you a plot hook. I feel like I don't want to give you a specific answer to your game, because that's the sort of thing that I encourage people to exercise their own creativity and think about that stuff themselves and come up with something that's unique to your campaign and your players that's going to motivate them. I could give you some random thing that may or may not be any good for your particular game. So I'm not going to give you a plot hook, but you definitely, that is the failing of Dungeon of the Mad Mage. The big failing is that there is not a real good plot hook to even convince the people to go into the dungeon. You almost need agreement from your players, like metagame agreement, where you say, listen, you know, well, there are 2 ways, right? There's just saying, hey, it's a big mega dungeon, we're going to run it. Go run it. And everybody's just like, okay, mega dungeon, let's run it. That's not as satisfying in my opinion. So I prefer to come up with plot hooks. When I was going to run it, I had a plot hook. I had, you know, but I was going to run it as a mega dungeon from top to bottom. I think that Dungeons of the Mad Mage is probably better run as each level being its own separate adventure, and then in a different place in the game world. And then you give a specific plot hook for each of those adventures. And so you split it up, put it all over the game world, and have a new plot hook for each one. I think that the Dungeon of the Mad Mage is probably better run that way. Now, it does take away the whole idea of the Mad Mage Hallister or whatever being in there and stuff. So you have to tweak some things, you know what I mean? But I personally don't like the whole idea of a top to bottom dungeon crawl. It just feels, it's old and boring after a couple levels or something. So that's my thoughts on how to do that, but I don't know. If one of my players dies, how will I introduce the new player as fast as you can? At the end of the day, introducing a new character doesn't matter nearly as much as we think it does. We're little, sometimes we get, and I just say we collectively, sometimes we get like too wound up about the story and like all of these little details, and it's like, oh no, what is this? Oh. and we're like, my phone distracted me. We're like, oh no, oh gosh, I gotta introduce their new character. Oh, it's gotta be awesome. It's gotta be amazing. It's gotta be this like breathtaking introduction. It doesn't matter. Just they got a new character, come up with something really quick. It doesn't matter. Just get him back in the game as quickly. I was once in a game where the dungeon master waited like I think an hour and a half to introduce a new character into the game. Do you know how dumb it is to sit there for an hour and a half with a character ready to play? And the dungeon master is just waiting for the perfect moment to introduce you to the game, into the rest of the group. And you're just like, I don't care about the introduction. I want to play the game. So get them in as quickly as possible, however it makes sense to you. Usually sometimes if my players die in the middle of a dungeon and they have a backup ready to go, the very next room, they find a prisoner tied up, and that's the new character. Is it unimaginative? Is it dull? Maybe. I don't care. The player is playing the game again and having fun, and that's what's most important to me. I value the game experience of my players far above I value like the story that I'm creating or something. It doesn't, Does the barbarian think D&D is the world's greatest role-playing game? Probably. I got that one. Clockwork Robot, how do you deal with players either not picking up or being unable to pick up on due to builds, some clues or themes in an adventure, and then being confused when something comes out of nowhere? That's their problem. I don't know. They didn't get it. They don't get it. They don't get it. They gotta figure it out, or they don't figure it out. Or you make the clues and stuff easier. There have been times when there is something very, very important that the players need to know, and I just give it to them. There is nothing wrong with just giving them information so that the game can proceed. I do this all the time. A lot of times modules will be like, they have to succeed on a DC 15 investigation check, and I'm just like, that's dumb. If they look, I'm going to tell them, because that's either it's very important information or it's just super interesting and fun. And I want that to be part of the game, regardless of what checks they make. So you might just give that stuff to them for free, dude. If it's integral to the game and the game has to go forward. Hey, Josiah Oakley, thank you, sir, for the $5 super chat. Says, thank you for your help. I love your channel and it's helped me so much. Well, you're very welcome, dude. I'm glad to help you, buddy. And then, keep coming back to, did I answer one of your questions? I think I answered one of your questions, didn't I? Yeah. Oh, about the Waterdeep one. Yeah. The Mad Mage. Yeah, totally, dude. We do these live streams like 3 times a week, dude. It's like Mondays and Wednesdays I'm on Twitch, and then Fridays I'm on YouTube. So you can always stop by and ask questions, man. I'm happy to help. I can't always answer all the questions because there's, oh my gosh, what is going on back here? Did you guys see this? I think we're about to have a fight. Who's that? We have Orange. Orange is back there meatloafing or catloafing. And then Squirty Pie and Squeaky are about to get into a fight, it looks like. But we'll see how that goes. Hey, Deceiver, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, I'm on Twitch. There's a hey mods, can you drop a link to my Twitch real quick? Boom. Exclamation point Twitch. Bam. Right there. You can follow me over there if you want to get notified when I go live. I want to see if we get a cat fight going on here. Yeah, you do. Exclamation point Twitch. There you go. Bam. Jamie says, do you have a preferred way of giving that free important information to your players? Reoccurring friendly NPCs or certain do X's? No, I don't think I ever do Ex Machina crap. If that's what you're, however you pronounce that, I don't know. I don't do that crap. Friendly NPCs, nope. I almost never give them information through NPCs. So my players have to try. Like if they don't try to get the information, then they're not going to get it. But if they're looking for it, if they're searching for it, if they're investigating, and it's something that they really should get, then I give it to them. But if they don't even think to look or ask or investigate, then they get jack diddly squat, and then they're gonna be on the struggle bus, and that's called consequences to your actions. Like, if you don't look for that secret door, you're not going to find it, and you're never going to get what's behind that secret door. So that's how I encourage exploration and stuff in my games, by like making there be actual consequences. But so they have to put forth a minimum amount of effort. They have to meet me halfway if they want the information. I don't make it too extremely hard if I think it's important. But they still have these cats. But they still have to look for it. They still have to put forth some effort. I'm not just gonna, like, you know, dole it up on a plate for them and carry it to their bed so they can, you know, eat the information in bed. These guys. She runs off. She's like, I've had enough of this. I'm out of here. I wonder if they're gonna re-engage. They've disengaged for now. Johnny Wenner says, does D&D cost more for DMs than players time-wise and money-wise building module? Time-wise, yes. And money-wise, almost always yes. Like, so the Dungeon Master pretty much does, like, for all intents and purposes, does all the work and, like, spends tons of money, basically. And then I'll still see posts where the Dungeon Master's like, oh, look at this, I just bought all my players special dice bags and stuff. And I'm just like, Dungeon Master, well, they should be buying you crap to thank you for all your hard work and the time you spend and all the resource books you buy to run the game and the modules you buy and stuff like that. Now, do some groups chip in and help the Dungeon Master buy stuff? Yes, they do, but not all of them. You know, so a lot of times, yes, the Dungeon Master is going to put in more time to prepare for the game, and then they're going to have to buy more books, and not always will players reimburse them for that. So the dungeon, it's kind of like the Dungeon Master gets the shaft a little bit, but I probably don't need to be on my cat cam anymore. But the Dungeon Master a lot of times is the one that's like really jazzed for the game and is really excited about it. You know what I mean? And perfectly honest, Dungeon Mastering is so much more rewarding than being a player that, like, I'll gladly put in the extra time and spend more money on books and stuff because I get more out of it. It's more fun, it's more enjoyable, you know, than being a player, at least for me. Not everybody feels the same way, but for me, you know. But yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of how it tends to go. But making a dungeon for a one-shot, how big do you think it should be? Probably only about 5 rooms, maybe, because there's going to be they have to get the information to get there. They have to travel there, and then they have to explore the different rooms. You probably only have, in 4 hours, you probably only have enough time for, like, maybe a 5-room dungeon, maybe, you know. And there's like a guard room. There's probably some sort of like social interaction there somewhere. There's some exploration, maybe a trap or a puzzle, you know, and then maybe another encounter. But then you're going to have the boss fight. You really don't have much more time in like a 4-hour window than those things. Hall of Thanes, how you doing, man? Mindtastic, hello. What's up, dude? Hey, Melchior, good to see you. Lauren says, for me being a DM, I get such a serotonin rush when my players go away seeing they really enjoy the game. Yeah, that's awesome. When you see your players laughing and smiling and having fun and loving it, dude, that feels so good. Because you know that you played a large role in making that happen. Now, do the players contribute to that? Absolutely. Like, if you can have, I have a couple of my groups where, sure, I run the game, but my players are so awesome that they contribute to the overall fun atmosphere and just awesomeness, like, as much as I do, for sure, you know, if not more. Sometimes I'll just be sitting back there for long stretches doing nothing and just watching and listening to them play, you know. So Bobo the monkey says, my group brings the snacks. I would love it if my players would bring me snacks. Trevor, are you on? Like, you know, just as like a token of thank you, Dungeon Master, for running the game. We're buying you pizza. We're bringing you a beer and pizza. Thank you. I would love that. How do you deal with chronic tech problems? You have to fix them, or you contact the companies, or you buy a new computer and stuff. You troubleshoot it. Or you're saying with players? How do you deal with chronic tech problems with players? Dude, they got to figure that crap out. And I do not. Maybe I'm a heartless, cruel jerk. I don't know. But I don't pause the game too long if somebody's having tech problems. And if somebody's always having tech problems, like, I just keep playing the game, man. I am not going to sit there for a half an hour because dude can't figure out his microphone. I might sit there for a couple of minutes for him to tweak it or something, but there's going to be a point where I'm just like, dude, we're playing the game. You figure it out. If you can play, you can play. But like, you know, you can't have everybody like losing the whole game because one person can't figure their crap out. You know what I mean? So it's like, you got to keep going forward, you know, and if somebody always has problems with it, and it's always an issue. Like, I don't know, dude. If it's getting to the point where like it's a big interruption to the game, I would probably be like, dude, you got to figure this stuff out. Like, we can't have this in the game. If it's too bad, then like, why are they in the game? You know, how are they even a player if their technology is always failing and they can't actually play? There's got to be a point at which you just say, this isn't working. You know what I mean? It sucks, but like, what are you going to do? You know, just always have interruptions, never be able to play and stuff because one person's crap doesn't work. That's not a good solution either. Yeah, we're not on Twitch. We don't have all the cool emotes. What's my opinion on a timed dungeon where the players have to beat the dungeon in like 60 turns or something like that? I think it's something that's like a good change of pace, you know, to spice things up, to make it more interesting for like a game session or something. I would certainly probably not do that on an ongoing basis, but from time to time, something like that could be lots of fun. Pat, thank you, sir, for the $3 sticker. Fist bump. Thanks, dude. There you go. Sean says Del Taco has 50-cent tacos, hard or soft, on Tuesdays. Taco Tuesday, the whole group. Ooh. Hey, what about Fridays? Or Saturdays? What about Saturdays and Sundays? Hey, Sean, can you find restaurants and places that have deals on Saturdays and Sundays? Because that's when I play D&D. And can you find some that are near my place, too? You could just do a little bit of research for me, man. I'd appreciate it. What's the etiquette on moving Roll20 tokens? My players are moving their token all over and I have dynamic lighting and stuff and traps. So I don't know. The etiquette is going to be whatever you determine for your group. And I would set those expectations up and let your players know. Generally so it's individual. It's up to you to determine what the etiquette is. Okay. What I generally do is I just let them move around and stuff. But if something's up, I'll say, guys, don't move your tokens. And then they're just like, oh crap. What's going on? Something's going on. And it actually probably serves as a good dramatic moment too. Because they're just moving along, doing their thing. And then all of a sudden the DM's like, hey guys, stop moving your tokens. And they're just like, oh crap. What just happened? What just happened? You know, and then of course you're figuring some stuff out and they're just like, so that's what I tend to do, you know. Althane says, you haven't missed a rant yet, but you did miss what Luke likes on his burger. Yeah, what do I like on my burger? I think I listed off pretty much every condiment and piece of like vegetable that you normally would put on a burger. I think I listed off pretty much everything. You make my burger, my dream burger is probably like this big. Like you can't even put that in your mouth. You know, you're just like, I don't know how that works. Bacon. Oh, I forgot to say bacon on my burger. Yes, bacon. I totally didn't say bacon. Wow. What the heck? Carter, I'm sorry. Stream Elements just timed you out because you put too many exclamation points after bacon. That is bad. Hey, Danny, can you remind me to fix that? We shouldn't be timing people out for getting excited over bacon. Sorry, Carter. My bot is like, you're not allowed to like bacon. Oh man. No, Danny's supposed to remind me. I don't think she reminded me. Well, that's gonna go on the performance evaluation. I'm just kidding. How dare you enjoy bacon? I love bacon. I'm just kidding. Remember, I'm a jokester. All I do is joke about crap. All right. Delio says, how did you deal with a full murder hobo party? How do you deal with a full murder hobo party? Consequences is the #1 way, dude. Consequences. If they're just going around killing stuff, then I'm going to be for sure after the game session is over. I'm going to be like, okay, let's see what my wonderful players did. They killed the blacksmith. They killed this poor little boy over here, and then they killed this like traveling merchant and then stole all his stuff. All right, cool. What's the consequences of that? I mean, you just think about it. You dream up what the consequences might be. Off the top of my head, the mayor finds another adventuring party, hires them to track down the players. The players now find themselves against an adventuring party hunting them down that is maybe equal in strength. They might be able to defeat them or not. The next time it happens, the adventuring party that's tracking them down is more powerful than they are. When they get to the next town, the guards do not let them in the gates because word has traveled that they're wanted in the other town over. And the guards might even try to arrest them. They might try to extradite them to the other country or the other town. Merchants won't do business with them. Merchants like refuse to like sell stuff to them, or I mean, on pain of death they might, you know, but extreme consequences, dude. Treat it like a real world, you know? And then your players are gonna be like, oh, you mean we can't just go around killing everybody without having something bad happen to us? Oh, maybe we'll start treating this like a real world then, you know, and either taking precautions or stop doing all of these horrible things. Orc is going to sleep. See you later, dude. What class do I think is the most optimal to play solo? Hellpie? Paladin for sure. 100% Paladin. There's no question, no doubt whatsoever. You are 100% self-sustainable. You have DPS, you have armor class, you have self-healing. It is all round the way to go. You're a melee fighter. You don't have to worry about, you know, being like a bard or a rogue that gets surrounded, could be in a world of pain and trouble. Paladin has it all. Absolutely hardcore Paladin. Do it. Well, I mean, do what you want, but like answering your question, Paladin. Elio says, not really a question, but thanks for the answer. Love the channel. Hey, you're very welcome, dude. Glad I could help. Carlos says, Runehammer, another YouTube channel, always talks about putting timers in encounters, something crumbling, some enemies coming, lots of things. Do you do that? No. What I sometimes do is I'll have something happen at a certain initiative count, you know, like there might be some environmental effect or something might happen. I'll do that occasionally, you know. I mean, it's what he's talking about sounds cool. I just have never thought of having a timer, I guess, on an encounter. That sounds like a good idea though. Hey Laura, thank you so much for the 2 pounds. I appreciate that. Oh, you got your DM Lair hoodie came in this morning. You love it. Awesome. Is it nice and soft and comfortable and stuff? This sounds like the time to like plug the merch. If you guys are interested in like fine, high quality dungeon lair, DM lair merch, there's like links down below the chat area down there somewhere. We got t-shirts, we got hoodies, we got coffee cups, stickers. You know, you can be a walking billboard for the channel. You know, you want to do it. They are very comfortable though. I have one myself. I wear it occasionally. It is comfy. Okay, cool. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Trash the merch, Daniel? Nah, dude. I didn't trash it. I just trash it on Twitch. That's like one of the things I do on Twitch. I trash talk my merch. What about giving players negative XP for killing good NPCs? You could, I guess, but I don't know that I would want to use a mechanical. I don't know that that doesn't appeal to me personally. I would much rather just have horrible things happen to them in the game. It's more interesting to me. I don't know. Is there anything wrong with that? I don't know, but it doesn't appeal to me personally, just in all honesty. How do I make my players get captured as part of the story without making them feel cheated? You really can't. If you want to get them captured and you want to run some sort of escape scene or something, then the way to do it, to try as much as possible to make them feel like they had a fighting chance. Is that a big spider right there? How is there just a big spider down there? Hold on a second. My cat's not doing anything. He's just sitting there sleeping. I feel like he should be taking care of the spider problem in here. So the players, right? You basically send a pretty beefy encounter at them that is very, very challenging. They might be able to overcome it, they might not. And if they lose to it, then they get captured. I once did a scene where like my players basically, but so the way I did it, I invited my players, my Hand of Light group, to a party that this one group was putting on, and they knew it was a trap. They 100% knew it was a trap, but they were like, you know what? And I wanted them to know it was a trap because it was going to be a nasty trap. And so I wanted them to know it was a trap up front, and they knew it was a trap, and they went in with certain precautions. And when the trap was sprung, they still lost and they got captured, and then we ran an escape scene. But the key there is they knew it was a trap. They knew it was going to be nasty. They decided to go in anyway, and then I sprung it on them, and they lost. They could have won. I wasn't going to make them, and that's the key thing. I wasn't going to make them lose. If they had figured out a way to either overcome it or escape, then I would have let them. I'm not going to like take away all of their agency. You know what I mean? So I think the key to the way I ran it that made it feel like they didn't feel like I was just railroading them into that situation was it was obvious to them that it was a trap, that it was an overwhelming situation. They chose to do it anyway, and then I still allowed them the potential for getting out of it. They just didn't because it was way too powerful. And then I was able to run an escape scene, which is kind of what my plan was anyway. I was like, if they get caught, I'm running an escape scene, or you know what I mean? Because that's fun. Have one of those every so often. It's fun, you know. But I think that's how I did it, to try to make it not feel like I was totally railroading them into this situation. Is this the Bard Succubus story? No, I wasn't talking about the Bard Succubus story. Well, actually, there was a scene. I mean, there was an adventure when the Sword Coast Guard went in to confront Lady Tharmer in her mansion. When they went to do that, it was also a trap. She had invited them to something or other, and that was a trap as well. But the story I was referencing a second ago was something different. That was a different That was a different campaign, separated by like 2 years or so. But the Lady Tharmer mansion, that was also a trap. And they knew it was a trap, and they decided to go in anyway. But in that case, they won, and they defeated them. So they didn't get captured and crap. Sean says, in a recent video about deaths in game, you mentioned George R. R. Martin, Game of Thrones. What books do you recommend to find inspiration for games, not including source books or adventures? Oh, I don't know. I honestly don't get inspired for D&D games by reading books. By reading fantasy novels. That's never been anything that's inspired me at all. And so I don't feel like I have anything that I can really recommend to you, because that's not something that inspires me. Like, I get inspired by reading the Monster Manual and Volo's Guide to Monsters and stuff, or by reading modules or something. But like, just fiction, I read Forgotten Realms fiction, I read George R. R. Martin, I read Robert Jordan and others, but it doesn't really inspire me. I read it for leisure reading, you know what I mean? So I don't think I really have a satisfactory answer for you for that, based on my experience. Spammers die! Woo! Luke, have you watched any anime? No, I can't stand anime. Sorry. I apologize if you like it. I can't stand it. Sorry. The Hall of Thanes. If a TPK happens, is it a good idea to let the players try a combat scenario again if they're really attached to their characters, or is it best to have them roll up? I don't let them redo it. That's too video gamey. What's the whole idea of death and TPKs is that you're trying to run a place that feels like a real world. If they can just reset the last, like, save point and rerun an encounter, the verisimilitude has been dashed and destroyed for the whole game, and there's no longer any sense of realism or anything if they can just try it again. Now we're just back to video games and loading a saved game. Like, if you want there to be any sort of excitement and tension and drama where they're like, oh man, this is exciting and tense because I might die and it might be permanent, then you can't let them try again. If you want there to be that feeling of tension and drama and excitement, because if they know that if they fail, they just can reload and try again, then they're not going to be, almost assuredly, it's not going to be as fun a game experience. But this is from my perspective, obviously. Not everybody feels the same way. Okay. You provoked a rant. A little bit. You're DMing a pirate camp, so McScrubbington's DMing a pirate campaign. You want more water monsters? I have no idea. I would do a Google search and see if you find anything for supplement wise for water monsters. I don't know off the top of my head. Brendan says, should I map out the theme of my campaign like your Durga campaign before having players create characters, or vice versa? I always plan, so like, the main story arc of a campaign, I will always plan that out before my players roll up characters. Like, the characters that they play has no effect on the main storyline of my campaign. Now, I have little character arcs. Now, the characters that they roll up and their backstories 100% influence the character arcs, but has no effect at all on the main story arc. So I will plan out the main idea of a campaign beforehand for sure. And then whatever characters my players bring, it doesn't matter. So that's how I do it. But that's my approach. Some dungeon masters craft their campaign a lot more based around the players' characters and stuff. And if you're a dungeon master that does that, then you should probably wait until they make their characters and then, create your campaign idea. It depends on what your approach is as a dungeon master. And I don't think that neither of those approaches is right or wrong. It's just personal preference and what you like to do. Carlos says, I've never killed a character in my whole RPG career, about 10 years. Do you think that's problematic? No, I don't think so. I don't care. It doesn't bother me, dude. I kill characters. Characters die a lot in my games, but very rarely do they have TPKs. The fact of the matter is that, like, this is interesting. My video is freezing up on my end constantly, but I have no dropped frames. So it might just be my computer is like kind of pooping out on me. Should probably try to close crap. I'm gonna close some windows over here before like my computer decides to like die on me. Just gonna close some programs that I don't need. Let's close that program. Yeah, I'm definitely getting some lag on my computer. So I'm gonna close a bunch of programs here that I'm not using before my computer decides to crash on me. There, I think. Oh, I'm gonna close Discord. Goodbye, Discord. Sometimes Discord just like eats CPU usage and crap. Did it actually close or did it just Discord? Quit Discord, you moron. There we go. Okay, that should make it a little bit better. All right, don't want to lose it. No, I think if I try to close OBS, it's gonna be like, hey, you're streaming. Are you sure you want to close? And the way YouTube live streaming works, I've started the stream, so even if I closed the OBS, I could just open it back up again and then start streaming, and it would pick right up with YouTube's live stream. So I would still be okay. I've actually had to restart OBS before. I've had to restart my computer before. And when it came back up, I was able to reconnect to the stream and it worked. I mean, there was a big gap where you guys all were like, he's gone, but then it kept going again and it was working fine. So. Lauren Pickens says, what are your thoughts on allowing the party to have pets? I made a pet store in my campaign, but they don't take turns in combat, so they're not too OP. I think it's fine. Yeah. I have no concerns about that. If it's something that your players are enjoying and having fun with, and my players almost always, the ones that pick up pets enjoy it and have lots of fun with pets. I've had players that have had squirrels. I had a player once that had a squirrel that I horribly murdered. Kobold's got a hold of that squirrel. She was having the squirrel scout ahead in a dungeon, even though she couldn't communicate with the squirrel. It was a normal squirrel, and she gave it commands to go ahead. And I don't really know what she was trying to achieve because she couldn't even communicate with the squirrel. So I don't even, and she knew this, and I explained this to her, but she's like, yeah, but I want to have it go ahead and scout anyway. Well, the kobolds found it, and it did not survive. And then I've had people that had a slug before. They had dug the slug, and they had the slug climb up a wizard's tower to try to, I don't know why, they were just goofing around having fun. And the wizard's tower had traps on it, and electricity just fried the slug. That was when that group found Gary the Intern too for the first time. That was the conception of Gary the Intern at that moment as well. And yeah, lots of pets in my games die very, very fast, but then you just get another one. Squirrels are all over the place, you know? Jamie said, Penguin Butt's like, we're swinging wrenches tonight. Penguin Butt, I gave you the big wrench too. She has this huge plumber's wrench. It's like, probably weighs as much as she does. So yeah, swing that with like little discretion. Dan says, does the wrench hurt? I don't know. I've never been hit by one of their wrenches, so it might hurt. I don't know. How many people in a party would be how many people in a party would be both fun and functional? 4 people is a good number for a party. I like 5 because then if somebody's gone, we still have 4 people to play with. 4 is my optimal number, I would say. How do you make combat encounters advance the story? By having the enemies talk. And yeah. And not just like a monologue before the combat begins, but like during the combat. Like your enemies can talk and banter and mock and ridicule and even give away information while they're in the middle of a fight. I do that all the time. So that's how you can have encounter, and it makes the encounter far more interesting too, when the enemy's like mocking them and talking with them and stuff, and there's some back and forth while they're fighting, as opposed to just like rolling dice and adding up hit points and subtracting hit points and stuff like that. Yeah, Penguin Butt just timed somebody out. Good job. Oh, Orange. Orange is down here rubbing my feet. He's like, I need attention. I need attention. I'm out of coffee almost. Yes, tomfoolery. Giving away information is a really good way to get the plot moving. It absolutely is. I am pretty free with information. I don't like holding back information for my players. I want them to have as much information as possible. You're 3 minutes behind in the stream, Dito? Why? You found a dung beetle and you're gonna name it Charlie? I'm almost out of coffee. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Like, desktop. See, it's getting pretty low. See, it's not good. Najawi says, what do you think about a storyline with a returning enemy in different encounters? I thought about an aboleth because the memory passes through the generations and they return after normal death. You could do that. Yeah, the biggest thing that you're going to run into with reoccurring enemies is that once your group of players runs into the enemies, they're almost assuredly going to they're going to kill them. And it's really hard to get away in D&D. Like, running away and escaping is hard unless you have like access to magic, like Dimension Door and stuff like that, or you have plot armor and your dungeon master magically just whisks the bad guy away. Oh, look, the bad guy got away again. And the players are like, okay, I guess we're gonna run into him in about 3 more game sessions. That'll be fun, and then we get to fight him again. So it can feel the trick is to not make it feel contrived, to not make it feel obvious that, oh, the dungeon master has a reoccurring bad guy and we're gonna probably have to encounter him several times, and he's gonna constantly get away each time that we fight him until we finally confront him at the very end, and then we'll finally, hopefully, be able to defeat him. So I just kind of wonder if that's really a satisfying game experience for players. Like, is that really going to be fun for them to keep having to fight the same guy over and over again and have him get away, you know? And are they going to feel like, oh, it's rigged, the system's rigged, he's always going to get away, we don't have a chance? I feel like that's like taking away like their ability to affect the game world. You know what I mean? It's like, no matter what they do, the bad guy gets away. That just doesn't sit well with me. You know what I mean? Like my bad guys, many of my bad guys try to get away because nobody wants to die, but they almost always fail, and the players always track them down, hunt them down, and get them and kill them anyway. Occasionally turn them over to law enforcement, but almost always kill them. So I always try to have my bad guys get away, but not because I want them necessarily to get away and be reoccurring. I do it because it's good role playing. Most people don't want to die, so if things are looking bad and you're gonna run away, you're gonna try to get away. So I do it for role-playing purposes, not because I have a conception that I'm gonna have it be a reoccurring bad guy, you know? I just don't know how satisfying it would be for players to constantly have to fight the same guy over and over again. And honestly, as a dungeon master, I like variety. Like, once I've role-played a monster, or like if I have a few adventures around Drow, I'm done. I don't want to play Drow anymore. If I have a few adventures around Dwerger, I'm done. I don't want to use Dwerger anymore. I want to use a different monster. I want some variety in the game. You know, so to have the same bad guy come back and back again, for me as a dungeon master, probably wouldn't even be very fun. You know what I mean? I would want different ones, you know, because I get bored of that same stuff over and over again, you know? So those are some considerations. Now, the thing with the Aboleth, of course, is that, you know, if it dies, they're eternal, so that it'll always come back eventually. So an Aboleth pretty much has permanent plot armor until the players get powerful enough where they can kill it for good. You know what I mean? But then you're gonna have the question of, okay, the Aboleth is a CR12, so the players, as they keep leveling up, how do you make that Aboleth continue to be a match for them? Does the Aboleth keep leveling up? Does it keep getting more powerful? Does it have bigger and better minions? You know what I mean? So you'd have to take that into consideration as well. I think the more I talk about this, the more I'm talking myself into thinking that I don't necessarily like the idea of reoccurring bad guys personally, but that's like a personal preference thing, you know, so don't take that as like, thou shalt not have reoccurring bad guys. It's just like, this is like what's kind of spinning around in my head, you know? Tell Luke about the cup. What? My cup? This cup right here? My cup is now empty. It's not half full. It's not half empty. It's straight up empty. So what's the optimistic way to say it's half? So you got the half full, half empty, right, thing. But if it's just plain empty, is there an optimistic way to say that it's empty? Like, I don't think there's a way you can actually be like positive about your cup being empty. I mean, I'm positive it's empty, but I'm not like, you know, emotionally positive or something about it being empty. It's filled with oxygen. Yes, it's full of air. Okay, good. Okay, you guys, you have proved me wrong. Very, very good. That's awesome. Jamie says, I know different DMs have different ideas on fudging roles, but what are your thoughts on it? Should it be handled differently in a one-shot to a campaign? I don't think it matters, one shot or a campaign. I don't think it matters. For me personally, I don't think so. But like, it doesn't, like what you said is exactly right. Different DMs have different ideas on fudging roles. Everybody has different thoughts on it. Some people don't like to do it and they roll out in the open. Some people prefer to fudge when necessary so they can, you know, cultivate the game experience more easily. I don't think that there is a right answer to that question. There is only an individual's personal preference to that question. My personal preference is I don't like fudging dice rolls. I usually roll out in the open. But I still influence things. I still cultivate the game experience. I just do it in different ways, you know? So I'm still doing that stuff. I'm just not doing it via dice rolls. I'm doing it in other ways. Most of it, almost all the time. How many sessions is a good campaign? There's no answer to that. A campaign is as long as it needs to be, or as long as you want it to be. In most groups, a campaign is as long as the group stays together, because groups a lot of times just like fizzle out and break apart. So you just try to keep them together as long as you can to run your game. So I don't think there's no answer to that. My campaigns last until level 20 for all intents and purposes. And so the number of sessions it takes to get to level 20 is however many sessions it takes to get to level 20. And then that's the campaign. What is there? Hold on a second. Oh my gosh, I missed a super chat. Ah, Schmeckles. Schmeckles. I'm sorry, Schmeckles. I missed your super chat. I hope you're still here. He's like, I sent him a super chat and he ignored me. Schmeckles says, 10 out of 10 times I would rather talk to a random stranger on the street that recognizes your logo about D&D than sports. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I got you, dude. I don't want to talk about sports either. People talk about like baseball and basketball and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know. I don't really care either. Now, if they were to talk to me about MMA, Okay, let's talk. That's exciting to me. But like, stupid sports? No, I don't want to talk about stuff. Like, I do not spend hours a day or on weekends watching other people play games. Like, I like to be more active, I guess. Although I did just spend a couple hours today watching Netflix, but I had been working all morning, and so I was ready to unwind. So I feel like that's justified. But if I had been watching football or basketball, that would have been fair. Okay, yeah, you know what? I retract my criticism. Oh, Schmeckles is still here. Okay, cool. Awesome. I wanted to make sure you heard my thank you. I'm going to get some coffee real quick. I'll be back in a second. Oh. I do not understand the appeal of watching people run back and forth down a field or a court with a ball. But I think that but I'm sure there's somebody out there that's like, what's the appeal of watching two people punching each other? I think the appeal is potentially the more you understand the sport and what's going on and what it means. Like football, I understand football because I used to play it. So like when they're doing certain things, I understand what they're doing. And so it makes sense to me. And so it's more interesting to me. Basketball, I have no idea what they're doing. They're just running back and forth. Soccer, I have no idea. They're just kicking the ball around. Hockey's a little more interesting. Not because I understand what they're doing, but because there might be a fight. Like, that's the appeal of hockey. It's like, okay, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Ah, they're fighting! Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? That's the appeal of hockey for me. But my wife and I would get like tickets to we went to a couple like professional hockey games, and they'd fight, and we're like, oh, this is interesting. But then we went to like college hockey, and in college hockey, you can't fight. And I was like, what's the point of going to a hockey game if they're not allowed to fight? You know, that takes all of the appeal away, you know? So. You went to a fight and a hockey game broke out? I mean, that's fair. That's true, Wonko. There are some people out there who are like, what's the appeal of sitting around a table talking and rolling dice? Yeah, 100%. Everything's about perspective. Everything's about perspective. NASCAR. Oh, NASCAR. Oh, don't make me talk about NASCAR. Ah! You. And it's usually accompanied by like, you know, you. I mean, well, I don't get it. But like, I probably just offended a bunch of people. They're all just like, I love NASCAR. I'm like, okay, sorry. Yeah. Now, something like, what is it? Is it Formula One where it's an actual track? Like the ones where it's an actual track with curves and real stuff. Now that is a little more interesting because there's some variety. But if you're just going in a circle, I don't quite get that. Like how many hours can you watch cars go in a circle? Like I don't. Yeah, I don't get that. I totally don't get that. Yeah, Formula One makes more sense to me. I don't get NASCAR though. No, yeah, I mean, movies, sure. Movies about NASCAR, movies about other things are going to be, more interesting. What are you doing, Squirty Pie? A cat's going to come up on my desk. I'm in the middle of streaming. I guarantee you she's going to walk up here. Yep, here she comes. You guys are going to get a nice view. Squirty Pie, what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Yeah? You going to come up here? You going to drink some coffee? You going to put your butt in the camera? Yeah, you're gonna just sit there in front of the camera. That's what we're doing today. Yeah? Are you gonna stay there? You gonna look at the camera? You want to sniff the camera? Turn around. You're just standing there. Yeah. What are you just standing there for? What are you doing? Look at this. Squirty pie. Okay, you're about to get in trouble. Get out of there. Come on. Get out of there. Yeah, now she was getting herself into a place where she would maybe break something, so I had to get her out of there. Josh, that's what I was expecting too. I was expecting her to turn around and place, you know. All right, Emerald says, me and my players are trying to play more online, but I don't know what to use to play. Discord for voice chat and video chat. You can use Roll20, Fantasy Grounds for virtual tabletop. So those are the things that I recommend. I have a video out there about playing D&D online for free on my channel. You can go check that video out. Helpeye says, how do you surprise a character when the player is so... How do you surprise a player when the player is so attentive that he can predict everything? He checks all possibilities, etc. I guess you don't. I guess you don't. And that is his reward. I mean, like, if a player is being super cautious and checking all of these things out, it's because he doesn't want to be surprised. And he is going to great lengths not to be surprised. And so he should be rewarded by taking that effort by not being surprised. If you circumvent all of the effort that he's taking to like do all of this stuff and have him be surprised anyway, that's pretty much just kind of giving him the middle finger and saying that I don't care how much effort you're putting into doing what you're doing. I'm going to do whatever I want to do as a dungeon master anyway. And so I don't think I think he's playing the game and he deserves the reward of not being surprised by stuff because he's taking effort to you know, investigate and do other crap. Yeah, tomfoolery, I agree. You know, that would be an example of taking away agency if you were to make him be surprised anyway, and it would ruin the game. And then he'd be like, why am I going through all the effort if my dungeon master is just going to have me be surprised anyway? Look at these. Look at these guys' bellies. Got Orange's belly, Squirty Pie's belly. They both lick their bellies, so they have bald bellies. But Orange really does. Squirty Pie has a little bit of a bald belly patch. Orange is like a super big bald belly patch. Yeah, the one that was walking up on the desk was Squirty Pie. Yeah, that was Squirty Pie. Do I have any tips on running a heist? Yes, I do. Do not do anything like a Waterdeep Dragon Heist, because Waterdeep Dragon Heist is actually not a heist at all. So just, you know, do the opposite of what that module did, and I think that's a pretty good tip. I mean, I don't know what the tip would be. Because do you have a specific question about heists that you need answered? It's really hard for me to just give general tips on things. Is setting DC basically fudging a roll? Yeah, it is. Like, yeah. So, I would say at least half of the time, if not more, when I ask my players for like a roll, like a skill check, like an ability, like an athletics check or a stealth check or something, like, I don't know what the DC is. Like, I don't know. I haven't decided what it would be before they roll most of the time. I just ask for the roll. And then based on the roll, I'll decide whether it's successful or not. They rolled a 15. Oh, okay. You got some information or succeeded. They rolled a 10. If it's something that's pretty easy, then you succeeded. But if it's more challenging, no, you failed. Oh, you got a 6. Yeah, a 6 is a fail. Sorry. You know, so yeah, essentially setting DCs is the equivalent of fudging dice. You know what I mean? It's just players don't know. They have no way of knowing because you set the DCs in your head a lot of times on the fly, you know? Matthias says, Luke, should I give them a map and just let them plan the whole thing out? Don't give it to them. Don't give them the map. Make them somehow get the map themselves. For instance, you could have a place where there's treasure in there and they have to break in and they have to get the treasure or whatever they're going after. So your players, before they start breaking in, if your players are smart, they're going to do some research. There are some government offices that have blueprints to most buildings in the city. So they go to the government office, they try to get the blueprint, and the office official is like, no, I'm sorry, you know, we don't just give those out to anybody. And so then what do they got to do? They either bribe him and get the blueprint, or maybe they have to break into the government office at night and steal the blueprint. I don't know. Now, this place they're trying to break into, there might be traps, there might be guardians. Maybe the players do some investigation beforehand to see what kinds of traps and stuff are in there. So they might have a way to get the map. They might have a way to find out what some of the guardians and traps are beforehand. And then if they can get those things, they can start planning out the heist. And in that case, I think that is really cool. They can, when they have that information, they can plan out their heist and then they can execute on it. That sounds really cool and appealing to me, you know, but make them earn it. Don't just give that stuff to them, right? And yeah, I think that would be really cool. Exoskelebot, see you later, buddy. How do you make your players respect the authorities in the world? Omar, I wouldn't make them respect the authorities. Like, people in general respect the authorities for certain reasons. I don't think there would be different reasons for the players to respect the authorities. Like, if you don't respect the authorities, you know, then the authorities have measures they can take. They have law enforcement and stuff like that. The authorities usually have access to lots of money and they can hire people to enforce stuff if their normal like police force isn't strong enough or something. So I don't think I do anything special to make players respect the authorities. How much information should I give on a map that they could buy from a general cartographer? However much you want to give them, dude. It's all up to you. There's not a right answer to that. You give them as much information as you feel you want to give them. Not too much, just enough. I don't think there's a right answer to that. It's all up to you, dude. Hey, Stephanie, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate that. You do have some member perks and stuff that you get access to. So, you know, make sure you read up on those. You do get like some stuff over on my Discord. So there's a way to like, you know, join my Discord and link up your YouTube to my Discord. And there's instructions on my Discord about that. And you can always bug Danny. That's what I pay her for. Oh. Hey, Dan. Thanks, sir, for becoming a member. Appreciate that, buddy. Same spiel I just gave Stephanie. Rusty Fish says, how do you handle players getting arrested? Oh. I just do it. I don't think there's a way to handle it. How do I execute it? How do I actually implement it? I send the town guard after them to arrest them. And if the players are pretty powerful and the town guard knows they're pretty powerful, people in the town guard, like, they know they want to go home to their wife and kids. They don't want to get murdered by the adventuring party. They know that they're really powerful. They might not physically try to arrest them. Their lives are at stake. What they might do instead is, you know, go back and report that they, you know, weren't willing to come in of their own volition. And at that point, the authorities in the town might reach out to another more powerful group of adventurers or mercenaries who they would then pay to come arrest the players themselves. So yeah, but in all honesty, like I never have to deal with my players getting arrested because my players just generally don't do things that are worthy of being arrested. They just don't do bad stuff, generally speaking. So I've never had to deal with it. But yeah, it is a tricky situation because if you have the town guard try to arrest them and your players resist, it could easily. Town guards are usually pretty weak. They're not usually that strong. So a high level adventuring party can mop them up pretty quickly. DMing Torres, what's going on, man? Force Cage is a very powerful spell. Wow, that's powerful. 1 hour. 1 hour, not concentration. And the only way to get out of it is by like another sort of teleport spell. But then there's a chance that it fails. So it's a very powerful spell. Matthias says, how do I tell my new player the abilities that they have without outright telling them what to do? I would explain to them what abilities they have. Let them know what the possibilities are. And then in the game, it's up to them to decide when they use them and when they don't use them. That's how I would do that. Rod says, I have a player with a brain defect that greatly limits his ability to remember stuff. This slows down combat so much. Any help? You just got to do your best, man. Like, you got to help him out. Like, you know, what are you going to do? You just got to do your best, help him out, quickly remind him what was going on, you know, and ask him what he wants to do. If it helps to give him suggestions, options or something, you know, you can do that. You got to be patient though. Like he has a thing going on there, you know, like you just got to be patient and try to do your best. I don't think I have any great, I'm not a doctor. I don't really have anything for you besides just try to do your best and be cool. You know what I mean? Peleg says, hey, Natalie Spain, how you doing? Sean, you stole a loaf of bread? Oh, wow. Bread sounds really good right now. Peleg says, why not just make the players roll for 90% of things? Otherwise, they know something may happen when a roll is required. For example, when they check walls for secret room or wall. I'm not sure exactly what you're asking. I only ask for rolls when a roll is required. Like, otherwise it feels like it would just bog things down. Yeah, I'm not just gonna randomly ask them for rolls. I'm not sure. I might not understand your question all the way. Whew. Whew. Yeah, it takes up too much time. Yeah. Oh, cool. Great Aunt Elizabeth is going to hook you up. The person who was asking about the memory problem. Yeah. Talk with Great Aunt Elizabeth. Maybe you guys can hook up on my Discord or something and talk over there. Thank you for helping out. Because I didn't really have anything there. And it's a really good question. So I hope we can get a good answer on that. If you were going to be transformed into a magic item but staying sentient, which would you like to be? A deck of many things. And I would stack the deck. Yes. Final answer. That's how I would do that. Paydor49 says, how do you prevent the act of asking for a perception check from implying something is there? You can't. But I never ask my players for a perception check. Like, so the only time that I ask a player for a perception check is when a player declares, hey, I'm gonna go look over there and see if I can find anything. And then I'll say, oh, Give me a perception check. Who's calling me? Don't call me. Please don't call me. Leave a message. Talk to you later. Oh geez, I forgot to do something. I gotta try to remember that. So like if a player declares I'm going to do something, and then to look over here, I'll say, give me a perception check. Boom, we're done. They were trying to do something. I asked for a check. So like I'm not giving away anything. Now, if there's a trap or a secret door or something they might spot, then you use their passive perception. You have written down on a card what is going to beep like 3 times. One more. Come on, that was 2. One more. Come on. Where is it? Oh, it always beeps 3 times. Man. You use their passive perception, and then you don't give anything away. Have all your players' passive perception written down somewhere, and then you can use that when necessary. And then you don't give anything away. That's the other part of the answer. Nathan, son of the South, what's up, dude? How you doing? Good to see you, man. I'm doing all right tonight, man. Do you know why people think Rangers are weak or not as good? I'm playing a Ranger, is pretty powerful. I think it's the animal companion Ranger option in the player's handbook that really sucks. But the other part of the Ranger is not horrible. If it's just that one archetype that really is bad. Like really bad. In my opinion. Ed Robinson says, how do you deal with a player that checks for traps on a lock, rolls low, and then drags the game to a halt because they think there's a trap that they missed and they won't pick the darn lock? Well, they're metagaming, the cheating, filthy metagamers, bless their wonderful hearts. It's obviously metagaming, and it's very bad role playing. I would probably be like, say something like, well, your character believes that they checked it well and they didn't find any traps. Like, your character doesn't know that you rolled low. Like, do I need to start rolling all your dice for you because you're metagaming? I would call him out on it, dude. Like, I would just be like, your character doesn't know that. You know that you rolled low. So like, you know, you're metagaming right now. You're totally metagaming, dude. Your character doesn't even know that. What? Well, yeah. No, I would just call him out on it, dude. Now, I'm not going to force him to do anything. I'm not going to take his agency away, but I'm going to be very blunt and outspoken that I'm going to call him on exactly what he's doing. So you're not fooling anybody, dude. You know what I mean? And I'm going to be pretty upfront about that with him, you know? And he's ultimately free to choose to do what he wants, you know what I mean? But I'm going to let him know that you're not pulling anything on me. Everybody here knows what you're doing, dude. You're a filthy little metagamer. All right, your character doesn't know that you rolled low, but you do, and now you're not going to open it because you think you missed something. Why does your character think you missed something? Well, because I'm the player and I know that I rolled really low, so my character thinks I missed something. No, that's ridiculous. I have my players. It's just bad role playing. It's just bad role playing. I don't know that I would ultimately really do anything about it, but I would definitely make sure he knows that I know that he's a filthy little metagamer, and I'm going to call him out on it. You flipped the rant switch. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, because that sort of behavior is just stupid. It's despicable. It's like you're not deceiving anybody. Everybody here with a brain knows what you're doing. Genius. Neural Zoc says, how do you organize all the reference material you need for a session? Stop sending me stuff. How do you organize all the reference material you need for a session? I have like 5 to 8 things I feel like I have open at a time that I'm looking through, and it slows the game. the trick is to prepare as much as you can so that you don't have to reference stuff. That honestly, that's my trick. Like, if I'm gonna be doing stuff in the Nine Hells, I try to read about it, and I do the best I can. If Asmodeus is a key player, I'm gonna read up on him. If they're in the Fey plane, I'm gonna read up on it. You know, and then I'll use little sticky notes to keep track of pages and stuff if I need to flip somewhere. But the real trick is to read about something and then not be too worried about sticking exactly to what's written in the book and just going with it for the sake of a smooth gameplay, even if you don't stick to the letter of the law as written in whatever reference material you're using. I don't think there's that's how I do it, you know, at least. And will I get things wrong from time to time? Yep, absolutely. Will I still look something up in the book from time to time? Yes, of course. You know, but I try to minimize it as much as possible. Martin says, do you as a player paraphrase knowledge obtained from GM into what your character would interpret it? I don't think that I do that, but it makes sense to do that. So it sounds like a cool approach. I don't think I do that. I don't know. Dead Lucky says, when preparing, does that require you to memorize the reference or just know the basic? Know the basic. You know the basic idea, and then you just kind of like wing your way through the rest of it. Just know the basic idea. Ah, yes, the patron shout out. That's what I was forgetting. I was forgetting the patron shout out. I've been forgetting that for the last hour. All right, cool. Well, I want to thank all my awesome patrons and members who help keep the lights on around here. You guys are all awesome. In particular, I'll read off the names in red because they support at an even higher level. Artemis Thump, Beoban, Bewitched Gamer, Candy Sora, Clammed Oyster, Celestea, Danny A, Drake H, Iron Lord 79, John Kenny, John M, Joseph H, Karen D, Kurt Y, Lord Humongous, Melkuth, Meepy 670, Mirador, Mr. Lemon Pie, Mr. T, Nathan, One Leg Hendo, Patrick C, Penguin Butt, Rainier the Conqueror, Sophia W, Son of a Sofa Man, Tactical Tokens, Theta Tag, Ver, Yokai, and Zub the Zombie. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate supporting the channel. By the way, if you're interested in becoming a patron, there is a link to my Patreon down below. Maybe one of the mods can link it real quick. Basically, you get to support the content we create, obviously, but you get cool perks. You get access to a VIP lounge over my Discord channel, which gives you kind of prioritized access to me and advice and crap like that, and the other fine folk over there as well. We do monthly hangouts, video hangouts and stuff. Every month, you know, at a certain level, folks will all get together and hang out and talk and stuff. What else do we do? You guys get to brainstorm video ideas and vote on videos for me to make. So there are lots of really cool perks for folks who are interested in that. So thank you. I'm starting to get hungry. How long is this? I'm on for 4 hours, man, on Friday nights. So I got like 2 hours and 15 minutes more for this stream. Are there free virtual refreshments in this so-called VIP lounge? Yes, there are. However, people over there are thieves and they eat them all and they drink them all and then nobody ever buys more. So theoretically, yes, technically, no, is the answer to that, I guess. How do you deal with a party who likes to pick fights that they have no way of surviving? I kill them. I'm scared because next session, because they're about to fight an army of men we're supposed to save. Yeah, well, then they die. I don't know. Like, dude, if my players are dumb enough to pick fights with people that they know that they can't beat, then they deserve what happens. That's how I handle it. I mean, like, you know, and then the one that when that happens and they're all just like, oh, I guess we shouldn't have fought an ancient red dragon at level 2. Like, maybe that was a bad idea. And then they're all rolling up new characters. Guess what's gonna happen next time? They're not going to pick a fight with an enemy that's way too powerful. They're going to use their brains because they're going to, well, this is like a real game world with consequences for actions and stuff. So I guess we should probably not do stupid stuff if we don't want to die. You know, it's like when I'm a player, I do stupid stuff all the time. Consequently, I die a lot. And I'm okay with that because I recognize that I'm doing stupid stuff and thus I deserve to die. You know, if I didn't want to die as much, I'd be more careful and not do stupid stuff. It kind of makes sense when you think about it. Yeah, I don't have any pizza for tonight. I don't think I have. We don't have a lot of food right now. Nathan, some of the South says, have any of your players ever laid siege to a small town? No, they haven't. Or a fort? No, no sieges. No. If so, how did you run that? I've never had to run that. How would I run that? Oh, I don't know. Hey, Wonko, thanks for the $2. I appreciate that. How would I run that? I don't know. They'd have to come up with a plan. They'd come up with a plan and they'd figure out how to lay siege to it. They'd have siege engines or something. And then I'd probably just improvise it and just figure out how that happens. And then people in the town obviously are going to want to break the siege. And so they might send somebody to get help, you know? One of the wizards in the town might send a message spell to a local town to get help or something. I don't know. They might start teleporting people out. They might counterattack. Like a common strategy in siege warfare is to like counterattack the siegers, maybe like a sortie or something to break their siege equipment, or strike somewhere where they're like, you know, vulnerable. I mean, I would just wing it, dude. I would just be thinking on the fly how I would handle that. I don't know if there's like a perfect answer to that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Nathan, some of the South. Thank you, sir, for the $5 super chat. Yeah, it's the same question I just answered. Nice. Well, I answered your question before you even super chatted it. So, like, I am good at what I do, man. Dang. I don't know if I helped you a whole lot, but that's kind of all I got. What are my thoughts on a homebrew adventure versus a pre-made module? I don't know. I have lots of thoughts. There are pros and cons of each. Pre-made modules a lot of times don't take as much preparation for a dungeon master to run. People have already done the thinking for you. People have done the creative stuff for you. The maps are there. The NPCs are there. You really just got to read it and prepare for it, and then maybe tweak a few things for your own game, you know, so it makes your job easier, but you don't have as much freedom. You're not able to change things on the fly as easily based on what your characters do. Sometimes there's a feeling in a module that they're, you know, kind of being forced down a certain plot line because they kind of are. So there's not as much flexibility. When you're homebrewing, you have that flexibility, but you got to do that work. You got to put the work in and prepare and plan and do all that stuff that you didn't have to do for the module because somebody did it for you, you know? So there are pros and cons of each. Char says, how do you handle the abuse of magic on a session by players? I have a couple players who always abuse spells. What do you mean by abuse spells? Like, what does that mean? I don't even know what that means. If they're using the spells properly and they're not breaking any rules, then that's legitimate. I don't see any problem with that. If the spells that they're using are very powerful and they're using them a lot, then a lot of times what I do is I have the bad guys start using those same spells. Because if there are spells in the game world that are very powerful, and the players use them a lot, well, guess what? The players aren't special butterflies or snowflakes. Everybody in the game world knows that those spells are really powerful. So everybody in the game world is going to be using those exact same spells because it makes sense to do so when their hands way more powerful than other spells. So if they were like warping the rules and stuff, I would just say that's not how it works, and I'd lay down the law, you know. Uriel says, I got into DMing because I like making stories and seeing what players do. So basically a lot of homebrew, okay? But my players are asking me to run COC, Call of Cthulhu? Is COC Call of Cthulhu? I don't know. Or is that a module? Is that a module? I don't even know what that is. I don't know that abbreviation. What does COC stand for? The only thing that I know of is Call of Cthulhu. And Call of Cthulhu, you just make up, you still homebrew your stuff. You homebrew your stuff just like you would in D&D. I don't think there's any difference, right? Like you don't have to use modules in Call of Cthulhu, you just homebrew stuff. I think you just continue the same way, dude. Yeah, just continue the same way. Homebrew your stuff. Homebrew your stuff for Call of Cthulhu just like you would for D&D, man. I don't think there's any difference. Google tells me Canadian Opera Company. Yeah, I mean, I've played Call of Cthulhu and it's a lot of fun. I love Call of Cthulhu, by the way. Clash of Clans. Everybody's like Googling it and trying to figure out what it is. That's funny. Mike Steffen says, when creating an NPC villain, is it okay to give them a spell a PC class couldn't have? Yes, absolutely. For example, I made a kobold cleric with 4th level spells and has dimension door, though PC clerics can't. No, you're fine, dude. You do whatever you want. I give my monsters and NPCs and stuff things that players never get. That's perfectly fine, dude. Just keep doing that and rock on. You're the dungeon master. You make the rules, dude. Especially when you're creating NPCs and villains, man, or monsters. It's all you, dude. Deadlucky says, when a TPK happens, do you reset the story, start a new one, or go where the other players left off? We start where the other players left off. Always. I don't reset the story. I don't reset the campaign. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? How much work would that be to reset the whole story, the whole campaign because they died? That's like, I don't want to do that sort of work. That's crazy. Do you know how much time I spent thinking of the idea for this campaign? And then we spent a whole bunch of time running the adventures to get here. And then the players are all like, there's this big bad they want to someday take out, you know, and they all died. You know, if you reset the story, then they're just like, oh, so like basically everything that we did was for nothing. And now we're never going to get to fight this big bad. I feel like that's kind of a letdown too. Like, it's more work for me. It's a letdown for me. It's potentially a letdown for the players if they were invested in and liked the campaign. So like, they're going to roll up new players. They're going to roll up new characters at the same level that their old PCs were at. And then they're pretty much going to pick up the campaign right where we left off. And then the game continues. That's how I do it, you know, for reasons I just kind of stated. We've done it that way every time, and everybody seems to be happy with it. You still have your levels. You didn't lose your progression through the game. You're still able to run the campaign that everybody was presumably having fun with, because if they weren't having fun, then I should have changed it a long time ago. I shouldn't have to have a TPK be the thing that causes me to change the game if we aren't having fun, you know? So yeah, just pick up where you left off is the answer. Obviously, it's my personal opinion, and people can do whatever they prefer, you know, but Squeaky is bothering me. He's pawing at me. Bobo the Monkey says, how do I join your campaign? Well, I have a Patreon campaign. That's really the only one that you can join. And it's full right now. And the waiting list is full too. So wait and be ready to jump on the waiting list if a spot opens up is the answer. Ah, he just bit my toe. Stop it, Squeaky. I'm thinking of trying to DM a group of friends. Should I do a homebrew campaign or run a module? This cat. Stop chewing on my feet down there, butthead. Like trying to stream and he's like, it doesn't matter, dude. You do whatever you want. It's not, it's there's no right answer. Whichever one you prefer, do it. This is crazy. This guy right here is down under my desk chewing on my feet and he won't stop. He doesn't like being picked up. That's why I picked him up. That was his punishment. His punishment for chewing on my feet was I pick him up. And now he's going right back down there and he's looking at my feet again. I'm gonna get my squirt bottle. Oh my gosh, stop it, Squeaky. He's crazy. What's attention? Yes, my armor class is low. Like my armor class on my bare feet is low. Yes, that is true. Do a cat strike? We could do a cat strike. All right, let's do a cat strike. We gotta get the cats rounded up. Let's see how many cats I can get for our cat strike. Usually I can get a handful of them. There we go. They're coming in. Mommy, come on. Squirty pie. Well, I don't know. We got some of them. We got some of them. You guys are crazy. There we go. Oh, we're getting some cats. We're getting some cats. Oh, here comes some more. Look at this, you guys. Oh, man. Hey, Orange, come get some food. Pretty pie. This is like... Oh, look at this. There comes another one. Oh my gosh. I got the little girl. That's Tortellini. Oh man. I've never had this many cats come to a cat strike before. Holy crap. They're really down here. Oh man. Orange isn't eating. Orange is just standing over there watching. He's the one at the top of the frame. Then Mommy just walked off. Yeah. That's crazy. I got 5 of them to come to the strike. And Orange is just sitting up there. Man. I have all the cats. Yeah, I have all of them. I have every single one of them. Generous heal, what's going on? Spammers die. Yeah. Man, they took care of those. Those are all gone. Oh, they have to go in the box. Wait, I have some in the box. Let's see who goes in the box and gets some more. Because I did throw some in the box. So I want to see who goes in the box. Hey, Random Twin, what's up, dude? Let's see who goes in the box here. All right, master the game. See you there, buddy. We're gonna start up our adventure list too in a second here. I want to see which one goes in the box. Somebody's gonna. Oh, little girl's looking. Somebody's gonna go in the box. Go in the box. Oh, there you go. She sees it. She's thinking about it. She's like, I'm gonna go in. I'm going in. I'm going into the box. She's gonna go half in. She pulled it out. The little guy's gonna go in there. Little guy, look at him. He's just going all the way in. He's like, I got this. The little girl's like, I want some too. We're just. The little guy won't let her have any. Oh, you're Rando Twin on Twitch? Oh, okay. Yeah, I was saying Rando Twin because that's what you. Yeah. I'm used to saying that. That little guy's just taking them all. He won't let anybody have any. That's not very nice. That's not very nice. It's a very nice cat encounter design. It's beautiful. It's amazing what you can do with cat treats. These guys try to break into my cat treats too and take them and stuff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, can you post the adventure list in the newsletter? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yep. The adventure list we come up with will be in the newsletter. I mean, it's not, the whole thing's not going to be there. You're going to have to, there'll be a link to it in the newsletter, but I'm not going to put the whole thing in there. It's too long. It'll be on my website for free. You can get it. Oh, the little girl went in now. The little girl went in there. She's like in there now. That's awesome. 1-800-box cat. Oh, that's awesome. All right, I'm going to take a bio, and then when we come back, we're going to start creating our adventure list. So we're just going to brainstorm a bunch of adventure ideas. They're adventure ideas. We're just going to brainstorm a whole bunch of them together, basically. And we are going to use the Rory's story cubes for that. So we don't just get a huge like copy paste spam going on. So yeah, we'll start doing that. If I didn't get your question, I'm sorry, lots of questions. I do have streams over on Twitch Mondays and Wednesdays as well. There's a mod might drop a link to my Twitch stream, help folks out. So you can follow me over there, be notified when I go live and stuff, and you can ask questions over there, hang out, chill. It's fun. It's cool. So yeah. And I'm gonna bio. When we get back, we will do our adventure list creation. So I'm gonna leave you with Larry for a brief moment here while I go do that. he's like Squeaky will come though. There he is.
What's up, little guy?
This guy is adorable.
Little guy. A little guy. He's a little guy. Where's a little guy? Oh, he's a little guy. He's a little guy.
This guy is so adorable.
The little guy. He's just a little guy. Yeah. He's a little guy. Yeah. He's a little guy. Little girl.
That's the little girl right there.
Little girl. Look at her. Little girl. Adorable.
That's awesome. Hey! Don't do that. You guys see that? She just walks up to him and she's like, "Whoa!" Man. Wolfman says, I've been watching your videos for a while. I think this is the first time I've heard your real voice. Really? I talk in my real voice in my videos all the time, dude. And this is actually not even like, I have a mixer board. I have a stream deck that's like processing my voice too. So you're actually hearing, you're still hearing my voice processed. Like in my videos, my voice is processed, and like here, like you always do some processing on your voice when you're like making YouTube videos. Well, let me rephrase this. Not everybody does that, but if you want to increase the production value of your streams or of your YouTube videos, then you process your voice a little bit. You do some audio mixing. It's pretty normal. I'm sure there are lots of people who don't, but you know, I do. This cup is pretty dangerously low. All right, let's get this show on the road. We are going to create a list of adventure ideas, and this is pretty simple. I basically have a Word document, and we're gonna make a list together. We're gonna brainstorm ideas. I'm gonna write them down. It's not brain surgery. And important note at the beginning of this, please don't super chat ideas for this. Actually, we probably could for this, because we're gonna make so many ideas very fast. But yeah, super chatting an idea is no guarantee that it's gonna get picked. Just straight up. I like good ideas to bubble to the top. Second thing is, everything we create tonight is going to be available over on my site, thedmlair.com, usually tomorrow morning, for you guys all to use in your own games, and it's going to be free. So that's kind of what we do on the Friday nights, is we create something together that people can then use in their games for free, no charge, obviously. Okay, I would have to be some sleazy dude to like monetize your guys' ideas, because this is going to be you guys contributing ideas, and we're going to make this together, you know. So yeah, Dan Bayer says super chats of $50 or more. Okay, Dan has set the rule. $50 you can super chat an idea, and it gets in the document. But it's just short little ideas. We're not actually making an adventure. We are making a list of adventure ideas, and the components that we want to have a premise, a main idea, we want to have a villain, maybe some minions, and a plot hook. That's it. That's all we need. This is like maybe 3 sentences. This is not a lot. And so I'm anticipating that we're going to have quite a few different ideas here. So, and then we're gonna name the adventure. So we should be able to just make a bulleted list. Name. Let's start with our first one. Usually, I like to use the Rory's story cubes and roll on them. So I have my little dice box right here. And I'm gonna roll some cubes, and then these cubes are gonna serve as kind of like an inspiration for what the adventure idea might be. And I think we're going to, I think I'm gonna alternate between just taking ideas out of the chat and then rolling the cubes. But for the first one, we have a cave, a question mark, and then these are like two people in a police lineup. They're like in a police lineup type of thing. So ideas based off from this. Getting dangerously low on coffee. Mysterious cave. Okay. A cave of wondrous police. Okay, well, flesh it out. Yeah, we're doing dice. You wake up in a prison in a cave. Okay. But what are the monsters? We need some monsters. Your brothers who live in a cave are stealing random things from villagers. Two brothers live in a cave and are stealing random things from nearby villagers. Why? Why are they stealing? Ooh, two doppelgangers live in a cave. Why are they stealing random things? Oh, I like that one. Generous seal. That's a really good idea. So we'll say, this could just be a different one. Escaped convicts have fled to a cavern and guards sent after them have disappeared. Without any clues as to why, the party is sent to investigate and find the criminals. So let's say that two escaped convicts, two doppelgangers have fled to a cavern. The doppelgangers are stealing from the nearby village to, I don't know, things they need. What are some different, like, is it just two doppelgangers? That's it? Nothing else in there? No other minions or anything? Oh, did Stream Elements get somebody else? Oh no. Oh no. What did they do? They didn't even do anything. What did they do? I have no idea what they even did. It doesn't seem like they did anything to get muted or whatever. Sorry. Stream Elements just went off. They're working with mimics. All right, what's the name of this? Let's name this adventure. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I'm not showing my work. I am sorry. You guys are like, Luke, we're staring at the dice. We're staring at the dice, Luke. There we go. Sorry. What's the name of this? We need a name for this idea. Double the trouble? Ooh, I like that. Double the trouble. All right. All right. Ooh. I like the idea of grung. The cave gang. Everyone's twins. Yeah, well, you don't need to see the rest of it. The rest of it is just instructions. This is what we're doing right here. All right, that's an idea. We have a premise, we have some villains, we have a plot hook. All right, that's good enough. Let's do another one. I am bored. What up? How you doing? Let's do another one here. We gotta keep moving. Gotta keep things moving. We get a couple new dice. Oh, look at that. We have a wagon with something in it. We have a die, and then we have a keyhole. So a wagon with something in it, a die, and then a keyhole. Now, we're gonna need some villains, some monsters. So what are some monsters? So we need monsters, we need something that's going on, we need a premise, we need a plot hook. We'll alternate next time. Yeah, we'll alternate, I forgot. A village that is trapped in a moving puzzle realm. Ooh. A Mind Flayer casino owner boasts that his casino houses riches for any who can find them. Oh, I like that. Let's flesh that out. So, what kind of minions are going to be in there? What kind of minions and traps and stuff? Like, that's a cool idea. So give me some more ideas for that. Give me some more ideas for this Mind Flayer casino owner. Let's flesh that idea out. Grell Hounds. What kind of minions would he have? Gargoyles would make great bouncers. An Intellect Devourer. Okay. House always wins. A Mimic roulette table. Quaggoths. Ooh, Modrons to oversee the gambling. Yes, I like that. Modrons oversee the gambling, making sure that order is kept. And gargoyles serve as bouncers. Now, what's the plot hook? What do the players have to do? Like, this is great and all, but like, how does this impact our players? Modrons? I'm gonna say Modrons now. What is the plot hook? Because we don't really have a plot hook. Yeah. Navigate a huge casino, which is like a maze. Right, but what's the plot hook? Why are the players even gonna go in here and do this? We need a plot hook. Hey, Barking Cricket, thank you, sir, for the $2 super chat. I appreciate that. And yeah, you're very welcome for the streams, dude. Okay, so people are always losing. The king lost a year's taxes in a local casino and wants to steal it back. There is supposedly a mountain of riches for whoever can reach the end of the maze. Okay. At his maze-like casino. Okay, there we go. All right, let's name it. Let's name it and move on. Let's brainstorm a name for this. Ooh, a gang of thieves takes over the casino and the Mind Flayer owner wants them to get them out. Oh, that's really cool. Actually, I like that better. That is that's a good idea, Rando Twin. So, a Mind Flayer casino owner A mind flayer owns a casino that has been taken over by a gang of thieves. And the mind flayer wants the PCs to help get them out. All right, now that I like. That is a cool idea. All right, now we're cooking. So what's the name of this gonna be? Brain games? Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I like let's do brain games. All right, cool. Let's do another one. This time we're just mind your stakes. That's cool. This time we're just going to just throw some ideas for adventures down in the chat. There needs to be a premise. You need to have some bad guys. There needs to be a plot hook. There needs to be a reason for the players to actually go on the adventure. So we need a plot hook. I'm gonna get some coffee while you guys are thinking. I'm just like I'm reading your ideas here. Oh, I like that idea. Melchior, I like that idea. We're gonna use Melchior's idea here. All right, so we're gonna have to flesh this out some. A little girl has lost her dolly. It's actually a possessed toy. By what? It's actually possessed by what? By a what? It's dangerous, so the players have to destroy it and get the girl a new doll. What is it possessed by? What is it possessed by? A bodak. A hag? An archdevil. I like, oh, a bodak. Let's do a bodak. That just sounds cool. A girl has lost her dolly and the PCs are tasked with recovering it. It turns out to be possessed by a bodak. So the players have to either destroy it and get the girl a new doll, or figure out a way to cleanse the doll from the... Cleanse the doll, yeah. All right, name it. What's the name of this? Let's put a name on this guy. Bad Dolly, Double Doll, The Lost Doll. Billy Bodak. Doll Napped. Ooh, Doll Napped. I like that. Let's do that one. Doll Napped. Cool. All right. Let's do the next one with dice. Desktop miniature right there. All right. Roll some dice. Yeah, but Child's Play is a movie name. All right, we have a pawn from a chess piece, a magical wand, and a monk. What ideas you got? We need monsters too. We need some monsters. We need an idea, we need a premise, we need a villain, we need some monsters, some minions, plot hook and stuff like that. We have a pawn, a wand, and a monk. The party gets shrunk down and have to play giant chess, and if they lose their life. Ooh, a wise monk challenges the players to chess, but the pieces are real monsters. Ooh, I kind of like that idea. A monastery taken over by a mad mage who uses them for a chess game. Okay. Ooh, yeah. Okay, I got it. Yeah. So it's a mishmash of different ideas here. So we're gonna say that a monastery, of course I can't spell, has been taken over by a mad mage who has converted. Oh yeah, a mad mage. Anyone who enters monastery, how does that work? So he plays chess games or something? Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting to show my screen. Sorry. So how would we say this? I like the idea of being converted to a chess game. Oh, okay. We'll say when players confront him, he offers to leave if they can beat him in a chess match. If the players agree, they are all changed into they're all shrunken down into chess pieces, shrunken down and placed on a chess board. They play chess against real monsters. There we go. If they win, the mage leaves. What kind of minions? Well, yeah, that's pretty good. The mage leaves. Is there anything else? Is that good enough? Monastery. The wizard's chess pieces are former NPCs or monsters. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I have there, pretty much. All right, Tito. See you later, buddy. But Tyrell Smith, the dice, you can get these dice, these Rory Story Cubes, dude, I have a link down in the description to my Amazon page where you can get these Rory Story Cubes for yourself. And there's like a big packet of them. I have a whole crap load of them that I got. So yeah, there's a link down in the description to them. Let's name it. Let's name this adventure. Give me some ideas for a name. I think this is good enough for an idea. It's a good starting point. a chessy situation. Checkmate, checkmunk, checkmate, checkmage. Yeah, I think checkmage sounds cool. Checkmage. All right, cool. Oh. All right, now just give me some ideas. We're not going to use the cubes for this one. Throw me some ideas for another adventure idea down in the chat here, and we'll grab one of these things. Well, that sounds cool. That's funny. I like Andrew Orr's is really good. So there's this idea right here. Why won't stuff work? Wow. All right, let's oh, that's cool too. A pack of werewolves are localizing a local town. Hold on. I kind of like that idea too. A town specializing in its mining has been having trouble with rust monsters after finding a giant emerald. It is actually a meteor that hit centuries ago, emitting magic that attracts the monsters. Great. A pack of werewolves are localizing a local town? Oh, okay. The players enter just as the mayor's child was taken by them. Terrorizing. Let's say terrorizing. The players are begged to bring the child back before they're turned into werewolves or eaten. Okay, excellent. I think I'm just gonna grab some of these and then we'll come back and name them all together. I'm just gonna grab a bunch of these cool ideas. A party of hitmen have a job to kill someone. After finding the person, they realize it is a child. If they choose to go ahead and kill it, oh, that's really cool. I like that one too. We're gonna put that right there. I like that. It's a child. If they choose to go ahead and kill a child, that spawns some demon. The reason she had to die. Why? Nothing is spelled wrong. Why is spell check saying those things are spelled wrong? They're not spelled wrong. There's nothing wrong with those things. Hey, Biggie Boy. Just wanted to say how much I absolutely love your videos. They've helped me so much. Thank you for all you do. You are very welcome, dude. I'm glad they're helping you, man. Thanks for stopping in. Ooh, this is a cool one. Let's put this one in here. A Triton wants to create an underwater maze of magic glass tunnel-like structures as an aquarium tourist attraction, but a bronze dragon who claimed part of the area is threatening to destroy it. The PCs. Let's say that each the Triton asks the PCs to wait. Let's do this. The players must choose. The Triton and bronze dragon both ask the characters to help, and the PCs must choose whom they will side with. I don't know, something like that. Ooh, that's cool. Lord Citrus, that's good. So let's see. A red dragon's dying words reveal the location of his treasure hoard. Now, the PCs must race against competing adventuring groups to get it. That's a cool premise. I like it. All right, we need to name some of these. All right, let's put a pause on the idea generation for a second, and we got to name some of these. So let's get into naming mode. We'll go back to brainstorming in a second. But let's go into naming mode. So this one right here, we got to name this one. A town specializing in its mining has been having trouble with rust monsters after finding a giant emerald. It is actually a meteor that hit centuries ago, emitting magic that attracts the monsters. What's a good name for that one? Mining magic, rusted emeralds. Astral oxidation, shining bright. I'm gonna go with Rusty Dusty. I like that one. Rusty Dusty. I like that. I don't know why. I just think it's cool. All right, let's do this one. Next, a pack of werewolves are terrorizing a local town, and the players enter just as the mayor's child was taken by them. The players are begged to bring the child back before their turn to werewolves are eaten. All right, name for that one. Full moon. Ooh. Werewolves. Howls in horror. Lupine lost. Ooh. I like that. We're gonna do that one. Lupine lost. That's cool. All right. Next. A party of hitmen have a job to kill someone. Let's change that a little bit. The PCs are hired to kill, yeah, let's say to kill a dangerous person. There we go. Just gonna get rid of that. Inner monster. Ooh. Yeah, what's the name for this one? Baby demon, inner monster. Just business. No, I'm not kidding you. Boss baby. Batuza bounty. It's nothing personal, kid. I think inner monster sounds good. All right, keep doing the same thing. All right, how about this one? A Triton wants to create an underwater maze of magic glass tunnel-like structures as an aquarium, a tourist attraction, but a bronze dragon who claimed part of the area is threatening to destroy it. The Triton and bronze dragon both ask the characters to help, and the PCs must choose whom they will side with. So we need bronze trident. iCrowd, we are brainstorming ideas for adventures. Currently, we're naming some of these. We already came up with ideas. Now we're naming them. Tritter bronze. Bronze trident. Eminent domain. Rust in the sea. All right, we're gonna go with bronze trident. All right, next one. A red dragon's dying words revealed the location of his treasure hoard. Now the PCs must race against competing adventuring groups to get it. Red Royale. Red Rush. Luffy's Adventure. Red Race. Fireball. Treasure Wars. Dragon Gold Rush. Hunt for the Red Horde. Hunt for Red Horde. Red Race. What was that one? Yeah, I think hunt for the Red Horde. I think I'm gonna go with that one. Hunt for the Red Horde. That's like Hunt for Red October, right? Hunt for Red October. Hunt for Red Horde. Is it The Hunt? The Hunt for Red Horde. Oh, The Hunt for Red October. I think that's the name of a movie, right? Or and a book too. Yeah, let's go the Hunt for Red Horde. Oh. All right, cool. More ideas. I think you guys dropping in your own ideas worked really well. So let's just do that again. Just drop some more ideas in. I thought that worked pretty well. And we got more ideas faster than rolling these dice. So let's do that some more. Ooh, this is interesting. Let's do this one. All right. I'm just gonna copy paste. Oh, why didn't that work? You piece of crap. Why is it not? Oh man. I'm just gonna grab some stuff out of here. So that one looks pretty cool. It's the wrong horde. Oh, there you go. Let's see. The party, I like this one. The party encounters a dragon trying to save a princess from an evil knight. That's cool. Okay. That's cool. Hey, Mr. Ghost, what's up, dude? Hit me up on Twitter, or not Twitter, Twitch. I stream on Mondays and Wednesdays over on Twitch too. So if you like, we could talk about West Marches, I guess. Not that I've ever done one of those before, but I stream on Twitch too. So we're like doing something else right now, but I can answer questions on Monday, dude, on Twitch. All right, so we're gonna do that one. Oh my word. Ah, Ender Warlock, that one's really interesting. We're gonna take that one. Necromancer raising up an entire town. A sea hag lost her golden shrimp. Ooh, a shield guardian has lost its owner. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, cool. That's cool. I like that. Oh. Okay, that's cool. We'll take that one right there. All right, cool. I have a bunch of ideas. Now what we're going to do is we're going to read through them, flesh them out a little bit if needed, and we're going to name them. All right, so you can stop brainstorming ideas for a second because I'll be ignoring them. All right, so we're going to look at this one right here. This is the first one we're going to look at. A traveling minstrel group Pied Pipered. How do you spell pied? Pied Pipered? I have no idea how to spell Pied Pipered. Does anybody know how to spell Pied Pipered? Some of the town's children away. Anyone who goes up against them being no, that's not. The players must get the kids back, but there is a risk of being charmed themselves. All right, and then Pied Pipered. All right, cool. Thank you. There we go. Pied Pipered. All right, let's name it. What's the name of this going to be? Charming Children. Ooh. Simpaticos. You like the mug, dude? You think the mug is good? I got my mug. It's glorious. I'll never ask Luke to trash talk the merch again. That's funny. Musical Madness. Backstreet Bagged. Pied Pipered. Flute Scoot Boogie. Let's do that. Flute Scoot Boogie. Awesome. Haha, he says the white sucks, but it holds coffee. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? You see exactly what I'm talking about, dude? That coffee mug would look a whole lot better if it had a little bit different color on it. Yeah. All right, this one right here. The party encounters a dragon attempting to save a princess from an evil knight. There is the potential. I can't spell. Potential to get the situation confused. What is the hook though? Like, the party can choose to help either side or ignore them, I guess. Some of these are like encounters, obviously. Others are like more of like an adventure idea, but attempting to save a kobold princess. Nice. What's the name for this? Role reversal? Flummoxed fairy tale. Trope flip. Yeah. The princess is an evil mastermind. Well, there was one. We're just going to use flummoxed fairy tale. We'll go with that one. All right, so this one here. The party is imprisoned in a dungeon prison. As they go through the levels, they meet NPCs whom they battled. They must decide, what does that mean? I don't understand what this means. Well, we're have to change this. As they go through levels, they meet NPCs they have battled before? They have battled before? Maybe? They must decide whether they save... this doesn't make any sense to me. Yep, I don't know what that means. I'm moving on. I've given up. Next. Sorry. A necromancer has raised the dead children of a town and calls herself their mother. She wants to give those taken too soon in afterlife to enjoy, but the what? Okay, she wants to give the children an afterlife to enjoy, but the town is furious. Who should the party help? All right, cool. Let's name that one. Mommy issues, motherly love. Oh, I like that. Yeah, some of you guys are trying to help me like fix that last one, but I just gave up and deleted it. Sorry. I'm just like, I can't do this. Nah. Let's do mommy issues. I like that. All right, next one. A sea hag lost her golden shrimp and needs the PCs to get it back. Supposedly, the shrimp can turn coral into colorful gems. However, a bronze dragon wants it too. Who stole the shrimp? Who took the shrimp? Let's at least have an idea for who took the shrimp. Give me like a monster or something. Don't see the party ever helping a necromancer. Oh, of course. They never will. They will definitely fight the necromancer. But who knows? Yes, when we're done with this, all of this stuff will be put on my website, thedmlair.com. Like tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll put it up there. A A Froghay myth ate the shrimp. A water weird. Ooh, a Sawagan. Ooh, Sawagan. Yeah, Sawagan stole shrimp. So we're gonna say Sawagan stole a golden shrimp from a sea hag. Who enlists the PCs to get it back. Cool, let's name it. Let's name it. I just ran an adventure with Sawagan in it, actually. Shrimpy business, jumbo problems, quest for Shrimpy. Shrimp off the Barbie. Hags and hassles. I kind of like that. Hags and hassles. Cool, let's do it. All right, next one. A shield guardian has lost its owner, and the town mayor wants the PCs to find the owner because a shield guardian has lost his owner and is causing havoc in the streets of a town. The mayor wants the PCs to find the owner. Who can then put a stop to the shield guardians. Yeah. Who's the actual owner though? Who is the owner of this shield guardian? Like, is it just a wizard or something? Or is it something better? Let's a different, something more interesting than just a wizard, I think is what we need. A gnome? A troll? Ooh, a goblin? A little goblin, a goblin wizard or something? Or just a goblin? I mean, it's not really an adventure if the PCs just make it their own. They go defeat it and they make it their own. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, we'll say it. The owner is a drunk gnome who can be found in the town's tavern. All right, let's name it. A gnome artificer. Oh, that's cool. Is a drunk gnome artificer. What's a name for this? Got to give it a name. Wasted wares? Man, I'm tired. Drunken protection. Drunken neglect. Gnome negligence. Nobody's problem. It's somebody's problem. Protect and serve. Shields and shrieking. Constructs gone wild. Rampage. Let's do Nobody's problem. I like that. Okay, next one. A town is being terrorized by some unknown force. After investigating, the party will realize it is the spirit of an angry murder victim. solving the murder. Solving the murder. Solving the murder and bringing justice calms the spirit down. No. Allows the spirit to rest. What is it? What is the spirit? Like, what kind of creature is the spirit gonna be? I mean, is it just like a ghost, or is it something more interesting? A banshee? A revenant. Ooh. Bone claw. Yeah, let's make it a ghost. After investigating the private realized it is the spirit of an angry murder victim. Solving the murder marine. Okay, there we go. Or they're probably just gonna kill the ghost. Honestly, the players are probably just gonna kill the ghost, and it'll be over with. Oh, so we'll say killing the ghost. If killed, the ghost just returns. Just returns a few minutes later. There we go. Let's give a name for this. What is a name? Ooh, a spirit of a minotaur. Ooh, I like that. By a minotaur's ghost. Who killed the minotaur? Who killed the minotaur? Who killed the minotaur? Like, who are they gonna have to track down? A mimic. No! Yuan Ti? Ooh. It was an accident and he blames the town. Oh, man. The fruit seller? No one. He fell into a pit or something stupid. It was his own fault. But how are you going to solve it then? No one murdered the Minotaur. He fell into a pit. He fell into a pit by accident. And we can say, you know, I don't know. Ooh. I don't know. I don't know. We're just gonna say a fruit seller sold him poisoned fruit. Whatever. Let's name it. Ooh, no, that's even better. That's even better. He tripped and landed on his axe, but insists he was pushed. Okay, that's a good. I like that one. I like that one. What's gonna be the name of it then? Rotten apples. Well, we took that out. Bovine revenge. Minotaur mishap. Oh, I like that. Minotaur mishap. Cow tipping. Ooh, nice. How many do we have? So, oh, you know what? I should be numbering these. Instead of bullet, I should number them. Hold on a second. Let me number these. Oh, we've done 15 so far. Cool. All right, let's use story cubes for some. All right, we have a guy giving a gift, a light bulb, and a crow or a raven. So, brainstorm an adventure idea based on these things. We need some ideas based on these. Orange. Orange is down here now, bothering me, of course.
We used to be so good together, like Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah, that kind of vibe, a love that couldn't last forever. Explosive ride, you're dynamite, but now my heart's so heavy. You moved on with your life and left me out. I thought that we would last forever, like Bonnie and Clyde. Baby, now I'm here in the flashing lights, drowning out my sorrows. Looking for someone in the neon lights who could make me
Like reading your ideas. I'm just reading it. Ooh. All right, hold on. I saw one here. Okay, here we go. We're gonna use random twins. So I have a shapeshifter who can turn into a crow has been leaving murderous presents on children's birthdays, and the town wants the PCs to put a stop to it. And we're gonna say, the werecrow lives in a. Oh, they wouldn't live in a cave. Where would a werecrow live? In some sort of like, where would a werecrow live? Where would a werecrow live? Like some sort of like tree structure or something? Lives in a multi-room tree structure. What kind of minions? What kind of minions would a werecrow have? What kind of minions would he have? Swarms of ravens, maybe? Full of his minions. Kenku. Ooh! Swarms of crows. And Kenku. Yeah, I like that. Swarms of ravens, of crows, and Kenku. Cool. All right, let's name it. Is it a werecrow or a wereraven? I think wereraven. Let's do wereraven. Bye bye, birdie. Birthday bummer. Oh, that's cool. Let's do birthday bummer. I like that. All right, let's do another one with the dice. Danny, welcome back. I am so hungry. All right, here is the next dice roll. We have a pyramid, a flute, and a cane. So give me some ideas for that. We have a pyramid, a flute, and a cane. What ideas we got? An old man wants you to retrieve his mummy summoning flute from within a pyramid? Oh, wow. I kind of like that. An old man tasks the PCs with retrieving his mummy his flute of mummy summoning from within a pyramid. What is inside the pyramid? What kind of things are they going to find inside this pyramid? Ooh, there are swinging. Oh, yeah. There are nasty traps, swinging razor blades, snakes, swarms of beetles. And zombies in the pyramid. Several mummies that live in the pyramid are responsible for having the flute stolen. Okay, cool. Let's put a name to that. A sand. Oh, yeah. Let's name it. A room that fills with sand, etc. Cool. Let's name it. That's a wrap. I'm gonna go with that's a wrap. I like that. All right, cool. Let's just do some standard brainstorming. Drop some ideas for an adventure down in the chat. Okay, Rando. See you in a second, dude. Oh, that's a cool idea, Jay. I like that. We're gonna go with that idea right there. And then we'll grab Melchior's idea there. Oh, I should probably show my thing, what I'm doing here. Oh. Huh, that's cool. Fred Super, that's a cool idea. That's cool. Donald, that's a cool idea. I like that one. I'll put that over here. All right, cool. Ooh, Andrew Orr, I like that. We'll take that one, put it down there. Oh, nice. That sounds really cool. Let's take that idea. Put it down there. All right, cool. Let's work on some of these. Let's pause the brainstorming and let's focus on some of these ones right here. We have a tornado has stood next to a large town for 10 days. We're gonna say the mayor is nervous and has asked the players to investigate. Inside, there is a storm giant's lair. I don't know why they're there, but okay, cool. Let's name that. Let's name this one. Give me some ideas for a name. It's their party lair. Yeah, something. Stormy skies. The giant's angry because the town destroyed his underground house by building a bridge. Eve of destruction. I don't know why they're there, but Eye of the Storm. Ooh, Eye of the Storm. Nice. Let's do that. Eye of the Storm. Okay, next one. Ravens are stealing shiny objects from a town, including valuable items. The ravens are just hungry, and if fed, will stop stealing. The PCs can discover that, or just kill them. Let's name that one. Give me a name for that. Sparklies. Shiny. Obbles bounty. Murder of thieves. Ooh, murder of thieves. I like that. Because a group of ravens is called a murder, I believe. Murder of thieves. Nice. Next one, a tinkerer. Let's make it a gnome or something. What kind of monster should be a tinkerer? Let's make it a monster. Let's make it a monster. What kind of monster tinkerer has taken over a town and has clockwork minions patrolling this? It's clockwork minions. We can say Madrons patrolling the streets. Not a mimic. Kobold, Ogre, Goblin, Hobgoblin, Mind Flayer. What kind of Tinkerer? Kobold Tinkerer. Ooh, I can't. Yeah, it could be a Kobold. Kobold. Yeah. Okay. Kobold Tinkerer. Name it? Name that adventure. Yeah, Wolfman. I hope nobody gets offended if their ideas aren't used, because there's like far too many ideas to use them all. So it's like, it's kind of the nature of the beast. They can't all get used. Yeah. Clockwork. Tinker's Constructs. Hammer and Tongs. Great Timing. Is that an actual suggestion? Tricky Tinkering. Scaled Clockwork. What is this? Squirty Pie. Clockbold. Ooh, oh, Grateful Timing. Oh, interesting. I don't know. What? Squirty Pie, what? I don't know. We're just gonna go, we'll go with, I don't know. Grateful Timing. I'm just gonna pick something. This cat's distracting me. Stop bothering me. The next one here. A wizard discovers how to turn lemons into gold. And the party is hired by a red dragon to kidnap him. What kind of wizard? What? Jump up here. Jeez. Okay, see this cat? What? Jeez. She's just bothering me. Yeah. We have a goblin wizard, a lich, an alchemist, drow, I don't know, a turtle wizard. Ooh. Turtle wizard. Okay, a turtle wizard. What kind of minions does the turtle wizard have? Lemons and larceny? Oh, that's cool. What kind of minions would this turtle wizard have? Bullywugs? Ooh. Grung? I like grung. Alright, see you later, Killhammer. Yeah, let's do grung. Yep. The wizard lives in a tower with many grung allies who help protect him. All right, there we go. Okay, for this one, a man has a great collection of tomes and books he has collected for years. All who gamble with him have a chance of retrieving hidden knowledge, but those who catch him cheating lose their souls. Okay, but what's the plot hook? Why are the players ever going to do this? Like, do they hear about it or something? Or I don't know. And what does it gambling with him mean? I don't know what that means. Can anybody help with this one? I'm about ready to chuck it out. those he catches cheating? Maybe. Like, this is just a statement of something, but it's not actually an adventure yet. I don't know what the point of this is. They could gain access to his library. Yeah, but why? And what's the plot hook? Like, what makes them come here? Like, I don't even know why they would be motivated to come here. Okay, there we go. Inside one of the books is an antidote to some illness. Okay, so the players are tasked with finding, I don't know, some hidden knowledge. A man. What man? Who is the man? There's just so much work that needs to be done with this one. A man has a great collection of tomes and books he's collected over the years. I don't know. I'm chucking it out. I'm moving on. There's too much work that needs to be done with that. It's just too much work to make that into something. I don't know. I'm moving on. I'm over it. Sorry. Okay, next one. A space object crashed into the ground next to a village. Slowly, the people have been turning into cannibals. Why? Why are they turning into cannibals? Like, why are they turning into cannibals? And, otherworldly energy took over their minds? An alien zombie virus? Eldritch energy? The object is infecting their food. Oh, okay. As the object is infecting their food. The PCs are tasked with figuring out what is happening and putting a stop to it. What kind of monsters might they encounter? Well, like this space object when it crashed, maybe it's in the possession of some monsters, or monsters came with it or something. But we need to like throw some monsters in here, or some creatures or something, like something specific. Grell? Ooh, a colony of Grell. Gibbering mouthers? Ooh, that's interesting. Maybe Grell and gibbering mouthers. I don't know. We could say that Grell and gibbering mouthers inhabit the area around the object. I don't know. Maybe something like that will work. Let's put a name to this. Let's name this guy. What pronunciations? I pronounce everything perfectly. The munching meteor? I almost want to say A space object. Let's, instead of saying a space object, let's say a meteor. 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 Or is it a meteorite? I think it's supposed to be a meteorite because it actually hit the ground. Meteor madness. Ooh. The hungering firmament. I'm gonna say the meat Eeyore. There we go. I don't know. Let's go with that. Yeah, because cannibals. Yeah, that makes sense. Nice. Okay, cool. Let's roll some dice. And we're gonna find the right camera eventually. We have a, oh, look at that. Imagine that, a dragon, an L, and a person walking toward an open door. Any ideas for that one? A dragon, the letter L, it looks like, and a person walking toward an open door. Yeah, it's the L block from Tetris. A dragon leaving a prison. How does this Tarok reading work? I don't know. Gosh, stop calling me. No. People keep calling me. I'm like, no, don't call me. Stop calling me. Ooh, the PCs have to steal a dwarven rune from a dragon's lair, then escape. Oh, I like that. That sounds cool. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's go to my here. I hate it when people call me. I hate it. Send me a text message or an email. The PCs are tasked with stealing a dwarven rune from a dragon's lair. Goodness. They can escape or whatever. Okay. All right, what kind of minions would we have here? Yeah, the Perusian prince needs a wire transfer all of him mullahs to you. Yeah, I know. That's exactly what that was. A dwarven kingdom wants it back from a dragon that took over the original home. Sure. What kind of minions would we have in there? Oh, your phone's dying? That sucks. I have mine plugged in. I should unplug it so people stop calling me. An armored horror? I'm not even sure what that is. Guard drakes. Ooh, guard drakes are cool. Ooh, a white dragon in a dwarven ice kingdom. Yeah. In the polar north. There we go. Guard drakes. Ooh, and dragonborn. Oh yeah, I like that. Dragonborn servants and guard drakes. Guard drakes protect the dragon's lair. Okay. That's good. Let's name that. Let's name that adventure. Name the adventure. Oh, that's a good idea. I like that. The rune is used to create warmth. And without it, the dwarves would freeze to death. Cool. Glacier Heist. Dwarve the dragon away. Runic runaway. Let's do Glacier Heist. All right, let's roll the dice again. Ruined your day. All right, we have, it looks like somebody's screaming or something. A whip. And that's usually like a bottle of poison or something, I think is what that stands for. So, ideas for this adventure. Spammers die. Yeah. Who's my moderation team right now? Oh, Danny's here. Okay. Okay, Danny. We'll see you in a second. Is Penguin Butt still here? No. Wow. I'm all alone. It's just me and the Stream Elements bot. Can you do an adventure with spammers dying? Oh yeah, Subcycle. I think that there are no bombs here tonight. Yeah, it's like the Wild West in here right now. Ooh, I like that. Okay, let's do that one. A mad scientist has poisoned the water supply of a major city, driving the population to trade their strongest members as slaves for a temporary cure that he makes. Well, that's not cool. Someone, I don't know. Someone from the town tells the PCs about this. Oh, I should probably show you my work. Tells the PCs about this. and beseeches their aid. What kind of minions does the mad scientist have? Like, he's got to have like minions and stuff, people that work with him. What would a mad scientist have? Yeah, I know. I always forget to show you my document. Mongrel folk. Ooh, I like that. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. A loyal army of mongrel folk. Serve the mad scientist. What's the mad scientist? What kind of creature is the mad scientist? A loyal army of mongrel folk and flesh golems. That's cool. Hobgoblin. A mind flare. Warforged scientist. Ooh, a beholder mad scientist. A beholder mad scientist. Now let's do Warforged. I kind of like that. All right, let's name this adventure. Name this adventure. What's a name for this? What is the name? Science and Sadness. Iron Death. Poison Peril. Poison of War. Force Bonds. Entangled. Warforce Peril. Panacea of Pain. Ooh. Let's do that one. I don't know. Sounds cool. Oh. All right. We've got 24 of these things done. 25. The next one is 25. Alliteration sells, my friends. Is that a pattern? Hey, Ender Warlock, you're very welcome, dude. See you later, dude. Is that let's just see. Double the Trouble, Brain Games, Dalnap, Check Mage, Rusty Dusty, Lupine Lost, Inner Monster, Hunt for Red Horde, Blue Scored, Flummoxed Fairy Tale, Mommy Issues, Hags and Hassles, Minotaur Mishap. Yeah, it sure looks like there's a trend there. Not everything. Lemons and Larceny, Panacea of Pain. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Rhyming or alliteration or something definitely is going to help. Let's drop some ideas in the chat for the next adventure idea. Alliteration is acquisition. Yeah, I think we're gonna round out at 25. We're gonna get 25 done, and then we'll call it a night. kind of like this idea from Exoskelebot. Let's do this one. We have the PCs have to sail across a raging ocean after a ritual causes the ocean to wreak havoc. They must find the ritualist, destroy the source of the ritual, and restore the peace to the ocean. Okay, who's behind this? Like, who would be causing a ocean to get all crazy? Like, I want to know who do we think would be behind this? Copper Drag, a Kraken. Ooh, a Kraken. Those are nasty. A Storm Cleric, a Hag, a Dragon. Ooh, a Dragon Turtle. Yeah. Uh-huh. A cult. Let me say it. A cult of a Dragon Turtle has used a powerful ritual to turn the ocean into a raging storm. The PCs have to sail across the ocean to find the cultists, destroy the magical source of the ritual, and restore peace to the ocean. Who are the cultists? Oh, the cultists could be merfolk. Ooh, I like that. A merfolk cult of a dragon turtle. There we go. Awesome. I like it. Let's name that. Let's name that adventure. Thane says, Luke, you pronounced Kraken correctly. If you want to say it wrong, it's Kraken. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Kraken. Sorry, I didn't say it properly on purpose. It was unintentional. Nautical Nightmare. Seaside Shanties. Look at that. Everybody's using alliteration now. They're like, if we want to get our name picked, we have to use alliteration. I should pick something that's not alliteration on purpose just to prove myself or people wrong or something. See you later, Nix. Yeah, dude. Turtle of Doom. Merfolk Mayhem. I've been alliterating this whole time. Deep sea okay. Saltwater danger. Circle of Storm, Shift in the Tide, Ripped Tides, Maelstrom. Unpacific Ocean. Alliteration, obliteration. Let's just do Maelstrom. There. No alliteration because it's one word. It's just one word. All right, we have 25 of these. Bam. Wow, I'm hungry. All right, we got 25 adventure ideas. Brainstorm. That's awesome. Maelstrom. Merfolk Maelstrom. No! No, Rando Twin. No alliteration. We're outlawing alliteration. Oh yeah, so the adventure ideas, you guys, I'm gonna post up on my website tomorrow morning probably for you guys to all get, thedmlair.com. And yeah, I can answer some questions. We'll hang out for just a few minutes before I go get out of here. You stayed the whole time, Exoskelebot. Good job, man. Nice. Thanks for hanging out with us. What was the question, Mark? What, Danny? Takes a bite of my ice cream cake? Wow, this is so sweet. But you know what's even sweeter? The DM Lair merch you can buy right now on Teespring. Hoodies, shirts, stickers, a mug. Go check it out. Yeah, we could probably rate. We could rate somebody maybe. Oh, this is the mandatory linking. What was the question about Kurtz Estrad? Real quick, dude. I'm about ready to go raid somebody. I'm gonna start scoping here to see who's live. Princess Canuta, hello. How are you doing? Yeah, you came a little bit late. We're about to end. Hey, I'm gonna be. I stream over on Twitch, you guys, as well. Mondays and Wednesdays I'm on Twitch, so you can always swing by Twitch and ask questions there too. Could one of my mods link my Twitch channel? So Mark says, I have had problems with the flow of the campaign. Granted, it's a sandbox, but I was wondering if you had any ideas of how the low levels get into the castle for the diner, make it alive. Oh, I don't know, dude. I'm not. I'm the dungeon master. Like, how they do things and get out alive without dying isn't really. I really don't. That's not my concern. You know, I present the situations to my players, and they either do it or they don't. They decide that it's too difficult and they leave, or they never try it. You know, that's like up to them. So like, I don't try to solve their problems for them. I present the problems. It's up to them to solve them. So I really don't think about those sorts of things. I just present the situation and then they do it or not, and they succeed or they fail. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't solve my players' problems for them. that's what they're here for. All right. Oh, let's go raid. All right, Danny. Thanks for hanging with us. Enjoy your ice cream. Let's raid Master the Game. I'm gonna send you guys a link to them. Arcana Arcade does not need us to raid them. They have a large enough audience as it is. Let's go raid Juice. Stand by. Copy. And this is who we're raiding right here. Bam. So everybody, let's go pile into his stream real quick. Let's just go jam into his stream and crash him. Give him some love, man. All right, cool. I'm gonna head over there as well, guys, and I'll see you over there. So we'll see you Monday on Twitch and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna stop streaming now. Thanks for hanging out, guys. This has been fun. Lots of really cool ideas we came up with. So yeah, it was good. 25 of them. That's pretty good. See you, Barking Cricket, Melchior, Blue Bob Man. I'm gonna pop over to that stream now. So ending stream now.